Alright. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back, and we're continuing with the Ace Combat training arc. But today is the last day of Ace Combat 3. And hello, Andrew. Yes, we're doing all the paths. We are doing the last one today. I left, Newcom into Ouroboros for the final path. Alright, hold on. I'm ready, I think. I've got that feeling that there's something I forgot, but I'll figure that out eventually if I did forget something. It always comes up by the end. But hello, Augustin and Lego as well. I'm ready. Because... God damn it. Sorry, I just... broke my thumbnail opening that can. I need that not thumbnail. The nail on my thumb. Not thumbnail. Different thing. I need that for guitar, but that's cool. It can grow back, right? Always. I remember being in the middle of Act 2 somewhere, only because I know that I did the thing with Reyna already, where I shot down the plane we were tailing instead of actually tailing it. But that's about all I've got. To kill only the targets in the first Newcom mission? Is that how I get the space mission? Is that where it is? That's how you get the space mission. You can tell me where the space mission is, because otherwise I'm gonna miss it. I would miss it, genuinely. I would never see it if I wasn't told. The only reason that I immediately even registered it as being that is that literally like 2 days ago, I got another comment on the AC3 video that said that the mission where you go to space is like super easy to miss. Even if you do go down the right story path, it's kind of hard to get it if you're playing the game like a normal person. At least I feel like that's playing the game like a normal person. But, yeah, here it is. It was literally 1 day ago. It's a minor story branch you can miss by being too much of an ace. So I was like, oh, it's one that I might have entirely missed. So I think GTA 6 will be 200 gigs. I want to say no, but Red Dead 2 is like 120 or something like that. So as much as I want to say no, it might be. Or at least it'll be kind of close to it, if we're being realistic. Although, we're talking about same engine, and same engine revision as far as we currently know. So maybe it won't be much larger than Red Dead 2, actually, now that I think about it. Because Red Dead 2... It depends. We don't know shit about the game at this point. The USA version, this mission is in the only path. Fall in love with the series. Yeah, okay, so to my understanding, the US version does literally like have a lot of the same missions, but you just kind of do them randomly. Like it ends up feeling weird. Where do I shoot these chimneys? Am I just shooting at the side of them? Am I using... Oh, there's my lock. Never mind. I think that I had a brain rot moment there. Oh. I might have paid too much attention to chat.
Engage.
Uh-oh, do I need to go back to the briefing? I think I messed up. Makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, that was kind of my understanding of it. Oh no, the blimp. Okay. I get it. Never mind. I was like, what do you mean? It was just because, okay, I was like, did I miss something? Was I not here to blow things up? Oh God. But hello, Ferval and Super Mario super fans. Smitty. Verktig? How do I say that name? Is that how I'm supposed to say it? I wasn't gonna shoot at it, game. Come on. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? I'm not gonna shoot it. Calm down. I shot the chimneys, but I'm not gonna shoot the blimp. I could shoot the blimp. I won't. I'm smarter than that, at least. I paid enough attention to know I am not supposed to shoot the blimp. Oh, hold on. I think GR Oro is the best path to end on. I think so far, General Resource Ouroboros is still my favorite path. Like, overall. I wonder if part of that is just because it's the one that I did first, like when I did the review, right? But I would say that that's probably still my favorite out of the 4 that I've done. Oh, changed YouTube handle to match. Okay. I'll just go with Verk. That keeps it easy for me. You know what this game makes me think of every single time that I stream it now? Because it's... Oh, I was streaming this game when I came to the conclusion that it was gonna happen. It always makes me have an urge, at least, I say think of, but it always gives me an urge to drop a status update on the Japanese studies. Even though, since I do one of these every few days, the updates aren't very significant. Actually, there's a kind of significant one this time. I have learned my first couple, katakana, I think it was. I don't remember. I'm trying to keep all the different, sets of characters separate in my head. Hello, Waffle. This mission's slow. There's not a whole lot going on this mission. I could pull up the thing and see how many words / phrases I know too. Well, no in quotes, as in they are on like the list that I am studying with currently. Oh. Progress is being made. Servers for Verdict Day are shutting down? I missed this announcement. It doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I was surprised that they were still up. Like when I did the review series. But at the very least, there's already like fan servers available through RPCS3 where you can go and play multiplayer on them. Granted, emulation for that generation is really, really painful. And you need some pretty strong computer specs to be able to do it. But at least there's preservation there, and just as the emulation gets worked on over time, and as PC specs continue to like move forward, it will eventually be pretty easily available, even if it isn't right now. Play it to get 100% before then if you want. I wasn't gonna play it on original hardware anyway, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to do raid bosses or anything like that, like the multiplayer stuff. Because, like, it is content that's in the game, but it's not content that's made for single player. So trying to get a party together for it would have been too much of a pain in the ass. I was already kind of like, I don't know about this one. But if I do want to do it, I was going to do it through RPCS3 regardless, so it won't really affect anything in that sense. Who told me to shoot the other thing to get this alternate path? Because this mission fucking sucks. Oh. Apprehend and destroy it? Don't... Those are two different things. Do you want me to destroy or apprehend it? Destroy it is. Ow, 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 ow.
Mission failed.
Okay, I did not expect it to have that gun. I was kind of like, oh, target. God damn it. All right, we're here.
Engage.
We're here. Really hurt some emulation performance. For Intel specifically, that, I mean, RPCS3 will probably work around it with time. But for now, that certainly doesn't help. Thankfully, PS3 emulation is shockingly light on the CPU side. It's much more GPU dependent than most emulation is. At least right now, like most people who struggle with performance on RPCS3, it tends to be a GPU issue rather than a CPU. Not to say that's always the case, because it's not, but more people are gated by their GPU. I know when I built this new PC, my CPU in this thing is stronger than my previous one, but GPU-wise, from my last PC to the new one, I went from a 1080 Ti to a 4080, which is like a 200% performance increase. And dude, PS3 emulation runs so much better for me. Like, insane. It is like more than double the performance I used to get. Hello? Oh, I'm turning the wrong way, that's why. I was like, where the hell is this thing? AA gun plus R101. Capture it, give it false hope, then destroy it. Ah. Uh-oh. It's used to accelerate the calculation. I mean, that'll be fine by using any AMD. That's also true. It's probably only a matter of time until AMD cuts it as well. Because the reason it's getting cut is that in most cases, people don't really use it all that much. But, yeah, AMD, at least for the time being, will continue to support it. So that helps. I am such an Intel loyal customer. Like, I have never used an AMD CPU in any PC that I've thrown together. It was Intel at the start, it's Intel today. Not possible at the moment, so it'll be lost for, okay, forever. Forever is exaggerative, but, cause like, especially once the official servers go down, there will be a lot more push behind getting that stuff working. Unless there's something specific about it that I'm unaware of, where it'll just straight up never be possible. But we'll never use an Nvidia card. I'm also Nvidia loyal. Aside from the 40 series is overpriced. As someone who owns a 40 series, it is. And I won't act like it's not. But Nvidia's so weird with their prices, because they go between like overpriced and underpriced like every series. It's so bizarre, because like the 10 series was really cheap considering how much you got out of it. And then the 20 series was way overpriced. And then the 30 series came out and was like crazy cheap for what you were getting. And then they rolled out the 40 and it was super overpriced again. Not much heat generated related with Intel CPU is too hot for that. Dude, I believe, because holy shit, my new CPU is a, it's an i9 13900K, and holy shit does this thing run hot. I have full liquid cooling, and I have 9 case fans, and I have to set my program priority to low on my video editor when I render video. Otherwise, it will hit 100 Celsius when it's rendering. If I don't intend, that's like the only time I've seen it do it, but rendering video, it will hit 100. It will. If I don't intentionally cripple it, it's going to do it. It's scary how hot that thing can get. Great CPU though, crazy fast. Love this thing, but Jesus Christ, is it hot. Good thing my 30 series is that a mod allows for frame generation on games. The 30 series was really underpriced. If you thought the 30 was overpriced, I don't know. I feel like the 30 series was their cheapest series, like, since I've gotten into PC building. And it was, like, the cheapest price to performance series of cards on the market when it came out. In terms of, like, the top end, right? Like, AMD, I don't remember, what line did AMD have out at that time? Because I'm bad with AMD stuff. I don't remember it as well. I don't keep up with it as well. But I remember that in terms of like price to performance, the 30 series was like 50% cheaper than AMD's like top end line at the time. It was ridiculously cheaper. Wait, you're happy?
我らユーピオが存在する理由を世間に知らしめるいい機会だと考えるべきだろう。今後もこの調子で頼むぞ。
I was gonna say there's gotta be one more.
実はどうしても言いたいことがあって連絡しました。
Uh-huh.
いないようなので伝言だけでもここに残しておくことにします。で、相談というのは私の個人的なことについてなんだけど、ただここで短く言葉にしてあなたに伝えるのって私のようなやつには難しくて、でもいつか伝えなければきっと後悔してしまうはずだから言いたいんです。
Okay.
でももしかしたら誤解されてしまうかもしれない。でもこのままの状態が続くのは嫌で、誰か来たみたい。また連絡します。その時はきっと。
Okay. Is their mid-range and low end is really bad? Is it? To be fair, I mean, yeah, I guess I've never gone for like the low end cards. Whenever I build stuff, whenever I build a new PC, I'm pretty much like, okay, let me just spend the money, have a PC that's good for like 5 years, and then I'll build another one in 5 years. And I will genuinely never need to like swap parts throughout the 5 years. Like, dude, the old PC that I had right before this one, I hadn't put a single new part in that thing since 2018. Genuinely. And it was still holding up. It had issues here and there, especially with new games. If they came out like, dude, Jedi Survivor, the game releasing in that state, and like the Last of Us PC port as well. Like if a game came out and was just poorly optimized, it would cripple my whole computer. Like I could barely play it. But other than that, it was holding up really well, to be honest. Well, hold on. Like I'm curious. Hello, Jess and Pertas. Who likes blue cheese? It looks like poison cheese. I don't think blue cheese is bad, but it's kind of specific. Like, am I gonna just eat straight blue cheese? Absolutely not. It has to be like with other stuff, you know? But in or with other stuff, it can be pretty good. But it's situational. What was I gonna go look at? Oh, I was gonna go look at the... I was gonna look at what the 30 series is retailing at now, that the 40 series is out. And I think I'll be able to see price history on here too, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Why not just buy a console and call it a day? PC does so much more. Like, obviously the modularity is a big aspect of it, but I can do so much more on here than with a console, right? Give me price history. My GTX 660 and 3rd gen i5 lasted 8 years and I could still play most games I wanted. Even that recent cute cat game ran well. Stray was good. I forgot about Stray. That was last year, right? Oh, these are full builds. I was like, holy shit. Some manufacturers are like selling these cards for way more than they're worth. But no, these are full PC builds, so never mind. For a second, I was like, oh my god, they're selling a 3060 Ti for $1,500. I got scared for a second, dude. But like right now, if you wanted to go buy a 3060, which granted, like I wouldn't overly recommend picking up a 3060 right now, but it only costs $300. Right? Like, I wouldn't buy it, but that's cheap. Hold on, let me go find the price history. And by that, I mean I'm going to go look at the articles from when the lineup got revealed. Here it is. Yeah, the 3080, when it came out, retailed at $700 at $699 USD. That is cheap, considering that that was like the second fastest card on the market when it came out, and it was only $700. Because let me tell you, I just bought the second fastest card on the market when I built this thing. It cost a little over double that. Like, that shit was so cheap, considering how fast it was. Even the 3070 when it came out, like, on release, was $500. That is a cheap graphics card. It's, like, considering you're getting the value out of them that you were back in 2020, they were crazy cheap. You could never find it for that price. Well, scalping is a whole other thing. I mean, everything in 2020 got scalped. That's like saying a PS5 is too expensive because you couldn't find one under $1,000. Yeah, supply issue is a thing, but I wouldn't say that the PS5 was too expensive. I mean, now they've got their supply issue worked out, but you get what I mean. Like, they had a supply issue for almost 3 years, but I was never going to be like, oh, PS5s are overpriced, because people were scalping them, but I'm not going to act like that's the actual price, like the retail, right? Now it's stuff that I've played. Oh, this is the... Oh, I was this close to the end of the second act? I had no idea. Wait, hold on. I missed... Jess said my laptop has a 4060 in it. Thank you, Jess, for letting everyone... Can you fly straight up? I want to see the compass for the last time. Hold on. I'm gonna have to go into first person. Why would you have me do this? Costs about half a year of minimum wage? Jesus. Is that because of scalping or regional pricing? There it is. There's your weird compass thing. I will never act like the compass doesn't look cool. But, like, why is it there? It's a cool visual thing. But especially, like, if you're ever flying straight and trying to target something, it's right in the way. Like, it's exactly where you would be aiming if you're flying straight and targeting. Which is something that happens a good bit. The crypto miners. Yeah, the crypto miners were insane with the 30 series because good cards, cheap price. They were like, oh my god, we can get such good, like, you know, return on investment with these, and they just bought them up. It was insane. Supply was an issue for, like, everything in 2020, man. It was so... It was such a problem. I'm glad that we have gotten past that. Remember everything other than, like, weirdly, the Series X having a supply issue? I think the only reason the Series X didn't have an issue... Actually, I have no idea why they didn't, now that I think about it. Why did they not have an issue? Why did the Series X have no issues with supply? Because they were, like, the only ones that year that didn't have supply chain issues. Legitimately. And I have no idea why. I was sick when my laptop arrived, and I haven't been able to brag yet. But you did let us know that it runs RuneScape. Thank God. Because nobody bought those? Look, look, look. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, come on! It's gonna be so nice to go to AC4 today. You know why, chat? Full thumbstick control. Missile tracking that doesn't feel like a crapshoot. Oh, it's gonna be a good time. Oh, it's gonna be a good time. English voice acting. Not all of us sitting here like reading the subtitles silently with one another. Most important thing for it to run. I found it so funny when you came in and you were like, I just would like to announce that my new laptop is able to run RuneScape properly. I was like, I'm glad. I'm glad it can run RuneScape. Okay, when the music stops, it freaks me out a little bit. Oh no. Oh, I thought that I had hit this one already. This uses D-pad? No, it uses the thumbstick, but it's... Okay, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. For the most part, it uses like the 4 cardinal directions, right? Where there's no, like here, right now, I'm wiggling the stick all around, but it's only pulling in one direction, right? Even though I was wiggling it back and forth like on the low end. Normally, you would see little adjustments when I'm doing that, but you didn't there. It's 8 directional? Yeah. For the most part, it's just the 4 of them. It's just the 4 cardinal directions. The omnidirectional movements are there for like the diagonals, but like here I'm doing it, but you have to be like almost exactly diagonal to get both of those inputs at once. Even there, I lost it for a second because it's really specific. It's very picky about it. This one does have 8. It's just, for whatever reason, those diagonal inputs are really tiny. Like, I didn't even know that they were there until I intentionally, like, looked for them. Because someone in chat was like, no, I swear that you can corkscrew in this game. I've done it. And I tried to pull it, like, exactly diagonal, and it worked. But you have to be super exact with it. It's basically D-pad. It's basically D-pad movement just thrown onto the thumbstick. That is essentially what it is. Like, the diagonals are there, but you never really get to use them, like, realistically. So it's kind of just like D-pad controls that are kind of tossed onto the thumbstick, and whatever direction you're closest to of those 4 is what it will input. But the game before this had full 360-degree controls, which is the only reason that I bash this game's controls the way I do. AC2 has the full 360 degrees. For some reason, they intentionally changed it to this scheme. It's like trying to play the first Crash Bandicoot with stick. God, I love Crash. I should play the old Crash Bandicoot games sometime. I played the shit out of Crash Bandicoot growing up. 2 doesn't though? 2 does. I got a comment like when the 3 video first came out from someone who said that 2 didn't, and I went back to double check it, and it does. I didn't correct them. I'm not that petty, but I did go and look just to know if I was right or not. At least the US release of 2 does. I don't know about other versions, but the US release has it. I bought Crash 2 on Vita and it has input lag. Why did you buy it on Vita? Why? How recently was this? We have the what's it called? Insane Trilogy? Is that what it's called? I gotta get that on Steam when it goes on sale sometime. I have it on PS4, but my PS4 is just collecting dust at this point. I'm never gonna use that thing again. Like, sure, I could play it on PS4, but I could also, if it goes on sale for like 10 bucks or less, I could just get it on PC. It's Crash Bandicoot. I won't feel bad about it. It's worth it. I'll buy the remaster twice just because it's Activision actually putting out like a genuinely good product. Oh, it was like 10 years ago. Okay, I thought you meant recently. I was like, why would you buy that? Why? Hold on. Oh wait, no, not. Hold on. Change disc. Why? Oh, links. That is, okay. That is how you... Good job, bot. You protected us all from that link. Thank you. I didn't know about that. Is that true? On PC, it only has 8-way. On PS4, it has 360 degree. To be fair, I probably never knew because I played it on the D-pad anyway. Am I wrong for that? It's because that's how I played it when I was a kid. It's like how when I play the remake of Resident Evil, the GameCube remake, I still use the D-pad. And like Resident Evil 0 and stuff too. Because when I was a kid, I played those games, sorry, plural. I played those on D-pad, so like even now as an adult, that's just what feels right for me. Did hell freeze over? Yeah, they put out a good Spyro remaster trilogy too. It's actually kind of weird. And now I hate Sony as much as Nintendo. I don't hate Sony as much as Nintendo. But it is true that the only like console manufacturer nowadays that I actually have like a positive opinion of is Xbox. Which, if you told me that at this point 10 years ago, because we would have been, what, like 2 months into the Xbox One being out, I would have laughed at you if you told me that. But here we are. Like, Nintendo has stayed about the same. I've never really liked Nintendo much since the Wii. Like, that was the last time that I remember having, like, a good opinion of Nintendo. And Sony, like, pretty much since the PS4's release, has just progressively gone downhill more and more. Like, this year was rough for Sony. So many bad announcements and changes on Sony's end this year. It's bad. Sony's in a good spot. Or, sorry, a good spot. I read the word good out of chat. Sony's in a bad spot. Crash 4 was really good. I didn't play Crash 4 yet. It is on Steam. It did get put to PC, so someday. Xbox has Dead or Alive 4, and you can play online with it. Xbox backward compatibility. They do it right. They're the only ones that do it right there. I don't follow Sony news. What happened? Okay, it's nothing like insanely bad, but it's a lot of like small things that just kind of add up to like, why are you guys being so shitty? Right? It's like the Nintendo thing where it's not anything. Okay, well, Nintendo occasionally has like one big thing, but it's just a lot of small shitty things, right? Like I talked about it recently, how back during like the PS3 and 360 generation, I remember it being a big deal that PlayStation like would brag, and they could brag, that PSN was free, but then PS4 came out and they made it a paid thing, which is like whatever. This year they raised the price, and now there's like multiple levels of it, where like the $80 a year version is the cheap version of PlayStation Plus now. If you want any backwards compatibility, which again was just a built-in for free feature on the PS3, you have to pay for a subscription service where you don't even actually download the games to your console, or you can't play them off of a disc. You have to stream them off of a server from Sony while paying for the subscription service to do it. It's just stuff like that with Sony that I'm like, why are we going down this path? Like, They've got that weird Switch accessory now for the PS5 that they announced this year, where they announced it and were like, yeah, this is pretty much a PlayStation Switch. Think of it like that. They didn't literally say that, but the way they presented it, everyone thought it was a PlayStation Switch. It's not. You have to own a PS5, buy the accessory, like buy the little handheld thing. Your PS5 has to be powered on and connected to the internet, signed into your PSN account. So you also have to have PSN to use it, by the way. I didn't even think about that before. And then wherever you are with the handheld, you also need to be connected to the internet and signed into your PSN. And you actually stream the games that you own from your PS5 to the handheld. It's not even a console. It's an accessory for your PlayStation 5 to just play your games. But then it's like, when am I gonna need this thing? Like out on the go, if that's the marketing we're going with. And I'm going to be connected to a stable enough internet connection to be able to stream my games off my console. When is that ever going to be the case? It won't be. Because even my home internet is barely strong enough to do that properly. And I have good internet. It sounds like a bad copy of the Switch. It's not even trying to be a copy of the Switch. It's essentially trying to like cash in on the marketing potential of the Switch without actually being a Switch. It's bad. It's bad. Change monetary policy, remove good backward compatibility, put out shitty systems, put out your own VR device, and then lock like a shit ton of big, like games that would bring a lot of publicity into the VR space and bring a lot more attention to it and goodwill towards it. Lock them to exclusivity for a VR headset that, again, only works if you play it off of your PlayStation 5. It's another accessory. It's not even its own platform. God damn it, Sony. Hate them so much at this point. I'm like, they're not as bad as Nintendo, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Their business model has gotten worse and worse over the last decade. And like, here we are today, where it's just like, what happened? I remember, like, in the PS3 days, one of the big things for like why people liked the PS3 was that Sony had a much more like consumer-friendly, convenient business model. Like, that was one of the big reasons that people would play on a PS3. But then it's like, you know, everything bad that I can say about Nintendo and Sony, on the flip side, just to illustrate this, just to send it home, right? Microsoft does them well. Backwards compatibility. Their online subscription price actually got cheaper this year. And they did split it into tiers, but they essentially split it into tiers so that if you don't use all the features of Xbox Live, then you don't have to pay the full, like, price for all the features if you don't want all the features. They actually condensed Game Pass into the Xbox Live subscription so that you no longer need Game Pass and Xbox Live. You can just get Xbox Live and it comes with Game Pass. They have the best backward compatibility on the console market currently. Their newest console can accurately emulate games from every generation of their console. Like, all the way back to the OG Xbox, the Series X, you just pop a disc in and boom, it runs. They launched their exclusives day one on PC. Just because I saw the 1-year exclusivity thing, I agree that that's a good thing that they've changed recently. But like, Microsoft does day one launches. Their exclusives, in quotes, aren't really exclusives. It's just everything but PlayStation. It just only doesn't release on the direct competitor, but everyone else can play it. They don't care. And Phil Spencer, in an interview, who's head of Xbox, if people don't know him by name, in an interview this year, he essentially said, like, yeah, our business model, like, we're not focused on selling consoles. We're just kind of focused on, like, having people engage with our ecosystem in general. So even if they aren't on an Xbox system, as long as they're, like, using Game Pass or, you know, buying our games on Steam, like, we are happy. They don't need to buy the system. And I was like, this guy's doing things right. This guy's doing it. But hello, Camargo. Do I think Ace Combat 8 will be the last AC game? Even if sales are good? I have no reason currently to think that. But I also have not even played like half of the Ace Combat games at this point. So there's likely a lot of context that I don't have in regards to that. But as of right now, I would say if sales are good, they would probably continue with it. Basically the lazy player option. I don't know. I think Xbox just offers like the most convenient ecosystem currently, right? Especially with stuff like Game Pass. And especially with like, you know, the fact that Game Pass and all that and their exclusives and everything are on PC. Forget about the PC issue? The issue? I didn't even know that there was an Ace 8 in development. There is an Ace 8 in development. The director from Ace 3 is actually working on it. Or sorry, not director. I don't think it's the director. Hold on, pause, rewind. I think I misspoke. I don't think he was the director. I think he was like the lead writer or something like that. I don't think it was the director. I think I misspoke. But he did go on, like he left Project Aces after, what's it called? After Ace 3, he left Namco and he went off and formed the team that made Drakengard and Nier, along with, what's his name? Yoko Taro? Is that who I'm thinking of? I don't know. I haven't played those games, but I think that's the guy's name. And he was like the co-creator of the Draken Nier games. But after Automata, he left. And I think like a year ago or so, he was able to like publicly state for the first time that he was back with Bamco on the Project Aces team. So that's definitely interesting that he's gonna be back on it after being away for most of the series history. This ship handles like shit, by the way. Just for the record. Oh, random Windows updates can ruin your day. Well, yeah. For most people, to be fair, random Windows updates won't. For people like me, it can genuinely ruin a day. With the amount of like finicky programs that I have to use on a day-to-day basis, cough cough, OBS, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, it can be pretty rough. NDI. Who worked on the Japanese release? Sorry, I forget that I need to specify. When I talk about Ace 3, I normally mean the Japanese release. I'm terrified for Ace Combat 8's story. Knowing that he's back. It's not a ship, it's a rocket. It's terrible. Now I can see the... Wait, on mobile? Hold on, are polls fixed on mobile?
何か大きな力にいつ
Let
の間
me-
にか巻き込まれてしまったみたいで。いつもなんか愚痴が多くてごめん。じゃあ
Hold
ま
on.
た。
Here we go. Not because the Ace 3 Japanese release has a bad story, but because it seems like he would be out of touch with Strange Reel. That is something that would be interesting. Because, like, Ace 3, in terms of, like, how they handled transitioning with the whole Strange Reel introduction, like, Ace 3 is in that timeline. It's just at the end of it. And so him coming back, in whatever role he comes back in, I'm assuming it'll be a significant one. It'll be weird for him to adjust, probably, to, like, he's a veteran of the franchise, but the franchise changed so much when he was away, right? Because I don't think we know what position he's in. Like, we have no idea. He might be directing, he might just be writing, he might be a producer. I would assume it would be a significant role. I'm gonna go out on a pretty safe guess and say that that he's not, like, just a random programmer, right? Crazy as that might be. Why does his smile look so menacing? I said it when he popped up for the first time too. I was like, this guy looks creepy as shit. Okay, different rocket. Whew. He said ride the rocket, and I was like, please. Please. He is creepy lore-wise. I happen to know what the true ending is just because of research for the video. Not spoiling for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, because we'll get it today too, right? But yeah. He's a weird guy. Which one is me? I think the smaller one, right? Either of those could be the rocket here. It is the director? Okay. I wasn't sure if I misspoke. I think he went on to be the writer for Drakengard and Nier. That might be where I got confused. Oh.
Leaving atmosphere.
The inertia feels totally different. Because, you know, I'm not in the atmosphere. Interesting. Welcome to space. We're in space! It's a real mission. It's not just a myth. I wasn't lied to. You can go into space in this game and fly around. Space combat. This is mission diversity. This is fair. Oh, I haven't even said it out loud yet. It's in the pinned message. No one else brought it up. I'm starting to get the feeling you guys don't even look at the pinned message. Members and patrons of the contributor tiers and above got a video this morning, the early Christmas present. I'm now calling it because I realized that just the way my schedule is, the video is going up on Christmas. Because Christmas is on Monday. Oh, there it is. But, The Ace Combat Advance review got put up for them this morning. I am going to hold my tongue on thoughts on that one, but I did say in the little text blurb when I put it up for them, it was really interesting to do a review for Ace Combat Advance, because normally to round out any gaps that would normally be there in terms of like me just not
Hurry up.
fully understanding the game, I'll go and do like research through wikis, YouTube videos, whatever, to make sure that I have like a good understanding, right? There's nothing out there about AC Advance. Like, genuinely, there is no info. I looked. There is next to no info out there about it.
Atmospheric entry.
Atmosphere re-entry? How do I handle this? How do you want me to go about this? Oh god. Oh sweet Jesus. Nice entry. I managed. What a treat. AC Advance review, we're living in the good ending. It's gonna be very interesting. Because I've been saying it all week as I've been working on it. I said it yesterday too. But like, I really like the way that the video came out. It's a good video. Like, it's one of those that I export it and I just sit there and I'm like, this is a banger. I did such a good job on this one. This is such a good video.
この質問にお前が答える必要はないぞ。ただな、もし再び私が必要になったのならば、その時考えることにしよう。では、ごきげんよう。
I'm sorry, did I read that wrong, or did he just say, if you ever need me again, please take the time to reconsider? Did I read that wrong? Or did he just say, if you ever need me, please don't bother me? Unless you absolutely need to, please leave me alone. Is that what he just told me? Because I think that's what he just told me.
志願したの。何のために私が今までニューコムにいたと思ってたの？
いつまでも姉さんは同じ。夢を見るなら眠ってる時だけにしてよ。
夢？ただの夢扱いする気？
These two arguing upsets me. They're both wrong for this one. I'm not over this yet. They're both wrong. Well, actually, okay, Fiona's not actually wrong, but she just goes in there and like starts a fight consistently, just repeatedly. Like, she's right, but she just goes in there so hostile. She makes this much more painful than it needs to be. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing the PSP games too. Could you imagine if I only did Advance and then didn't do like the other spin-offs? People would be so confused. They'd be like, why did he do the Game Boy game? It's the only like non-numbered game that I do. Could you imagine? It would be great. I'm still holding out hope that by the time that I get to Infinity, someone manages to like make a fan server for like RPCS3 or Xenia, one or the, or wait, wasn't it PlayStation exclusive actually? Oh yeah, it was PS3 exclusive. So that I can actually do it. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I had the wiki up, so I looked, because I was like, I said Xenia, and then I was like, wait a minute. Because it's painful. I like doing, like, everything, and covering every last bit of content. But for the time being, playing Ace Combat Infinity in any way, shape, or form is completely impossible unless someone goes in and does that,
的なメールです。閉じたら消去されるようになってますので。
which sucks.
実は私、ニューコムが行う人格のコピー実験に被験者として参加しようと思って登録したんだけど、会社から止められ
If your last review is advanced and you don't do the rest, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm just gonna go do Metal Gear the rest of the way. I'm leaving Ace Combat in the dust. See you guys.
私にはその発想がすでにゼネラル的じゃないかって。
Oh, I got very confused because I was like, well, I've got a second. Let me check my YouTube studio, and I saw in there the Ace Combat Advanced video without the thumbnail, and I was like, wait, I thought I put the thumbnail in there this morning. But that's the public version that I haven't, like, gone and actually done the SEO stuff for. Metal Gear Acid is the last review. I'm a release order guy. So, hold on. Metal Gear has so many spin-offs. I didn't realize how long of a series Metal Gear was going to be because of the spin-offs. Right? Because I didn't, like, okay. I have it pulled up right now. There's Ghost Babel, which to my understanding is a Game Boy port, like actual port, like they tried to faithfully recreate the game. It's Metal Gear Solid, but they tried to put it on the Game Boy. There's that. It's like a Game Boy remake, or demake, I guess, if you will, of Metal Gear Solid. What else? There's Acid. Acid 1 and 2, which to my understanding is like, hold on, what kind of game is this? Yeah, a turn-based collectible card tactical RPG. Ghost Babel's a new game? I thought it was like a remake. Hold on. Now you have me too curious. I have to read the blurb. The game began development after Konami Japan were commissioned by Konami's European branch to develop a portable adaptation of the '98 PlayStation game. However, the Game Boy Color version is not a port of the original PlayStation version, nor does it adapt the same story, but instead takes place in an alternative continuity. And that video just got so much more interesting. Okay, never mind. Not a remake, not a demake. It's just its own thing. Alternate timeline shit. Got it. But yeah, Acid there are 2 Metal Gear Acid games, and they are turn-based card RPGs set in the Metal Gear universe. I'm so curious. There's Portable Ops, which is just a PSP game that I'm not 100% what that is, but I know that it apparently is very much worth playing. There's the phone games. I'll probably skip those. I think Peace Walker is actually considered a mainline game, if I'm not mistaken. There's obviously Metal Gear Rising is a spin-off, as much as I wish it wasn't, because that's the one that I've played, and that game is so wacky, and I love it, but that's a spin-off. And then, I was gonna say at the end, but, it's not at the end anymore, because the remake of 3 is coming down the line, right? So eventually I'll end up doing a video for that whenever it comes around. But near the end, if you guys think I'm not gonna do a video on Metal Gear Survive, you're out of your minds. I need to play it. I need to experience it for myself, and I need to talk about it. You are crazy if you think I'm not doing a video on Metal Gear Survive. I am absolutely doing a video on Metal Gear Survive. Portable Ops is a sequel to 3? Oh. Oh. Peace Walker is very nice. It's mainline. You should play Survive. I'm going to. There's not a, oh, maybe I won't. No, I'm doing a Metal Gear Survive video. I need to. Because, and I kind of see this being the case down the line, right? I have a feeling that because I'm not a longtime fan, the game isn't going to, like, offend me deeply the way that it did most people. And I'm probably gonna play it and I'm gonna be like, I don't know, you guys. Like, this has some good, stupid fun value to it. Like, it's not that bad. I can absolutely see it going down that way, and I can only imagine what the comments will be like if that ends up being my opinion. It's like Operation Raccoon City. And Operation Raccoon City, as someone who, I would say Resident Evil is probably my favorite game franchise of all time. Operation Raccoon City isn't that bad. I mean, it's bad. It is bad. But, like, if you play it, it's kind of fun. Weirdly. Like, you know that it's bad the whole time that you play it. You're like, yeah, this is a shitty game. But I'm not hating it right now. Like, I'm getting something out of this. It's not the worst thing. Where will I place MGR though? Do you mean in terms of video order? Or like if I did a tier list? Because I really liked MGR when I played it. I've played it more than once. It's the only Metal Gear video that I've played. I didn't even like mention in the series yet that I have played it, because I'm kind of just probably like, there's no reason for me to mention it in a video until I actually get to the MGR video, because I could have started the original video and said I've never played a single Metal Gear game except for Rising. But it doesn't hook you the same way as just I've never played a Metal Gear game. And Rising is such a wacky, separate thing that I was like, yeah, I can just mention it when we get to that game that I've played it before. That's fine. Video order. Rising will be pretty near the end in terms of like all of them. It'll be what, like the 4th or 5th to last video? I think 4th. If we're not including the remake of 3, it'll be the 4th to last. For now, I'll say we're not including it because since we don't even have like a release window for it yet, it won't be out by the time that I finish the series. Like, I can say that confidently. So I'll say it'll be like the 4th to last video because just release order. Swordfish plane is one of my favorites. I think this is one of the more fun looking planes, and it's one of the super planes, right? One of the super jets rather. So it's one of the better feeling ones in the game. I like this guy. But yeah, could you imagine how angry people would get if I was like, I don't know, you guys, Metal Gear Survive, not that bad. It would not go well. But I don't know, it might have one of those like RE6 syndromes. I love that because I always use this as an example for these kinds of games. I've just dubbed it RE6 syndrome. If you haven't heard me mention it before, what I refer to as RE6 syndrome is like, at the time the game came out, it was the worst thing ever. Because like that was the direction that the publishers wanted to take the franchise in, and it was bad. It was nothing like the other games. So the fandom hated it. It was like it killed their dog. But then you play it like 5 to 10 years later, after the franchise has already like course corrected, and you're able to kind of sit there and you're like, yeah, this isn't the best game, but like, it's kind of fun. It did some good things. I'm not hating this experience. That's what I call RE6 syndrome. Because if you play RE6 today, it's just kind of fun. It's actually a lot of fun. But dude, 10 years ago when it came out, I fucking hated that game. Goodbye.
約束通り来た。シンシアです。
了解。入庫向き空母への着艦を許可する。
あれが空中空母スフィルナ。なんて大きさ。
So rushed, but I kind of like playing it. I haven't played Tomb Raider Chronicles. It always just looked bad to me. And I haven't played a lot of the Tomb Raider games. I've played like the old PS1 games. And I don't even think I've played all of them. I think I've maybe only played like the first two. I don't remember exactly. It was when I was younger. But I've played the first, I'll say I've definitely played the first two. I know that much for sure. I played the 2013 reboot and I thought that was pretty good. Like, not amazing, but like, it was pretty good. And I think that's about it. Honestly, I've barely played Tomb Raider, but I've played some Tomb Raider. Is Tomb Raider on the list? Tomb Raider would be a good series. Hold on. Is Tomb Raider on the list? Because as soon as I said out loud that I haven't really played them, before that message even popped up, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on. Is it on the list? Oh, it is on the list. Okay. Did it get many votes? Hold on. Now I have to go look. Where's Tomb Raider? Dude! Tomb Raider got like no votes. No one was interested in that shit. Out of how many votes did we get? We got 2,173 votes. This was back when I was running the poll during the... Where can I vote? The poll is out of date. It was near the end of the Armored Core series. I had like this big list of just, here's all the games that I would like to review. Go vote. And it was like a choose all that apply sort of thing. It was just like check every box that interests you. So out of 2,100, almost 2,200 votes, Tomb Raider got 16 votes. It is tied for last place out of all the ideas with Uncharted, also at 16 votes. Yeah. It didn't fare too well. It didn't. Someday. Because what I've said to a content creator friend of mine in regards to that poll, where they were like, if you really like some of these ideas that got like no votes, are you still gonna do them? I was like, well, as I keep doing new games and like more people come into the community who have different tastes, like I could literally run the same poll and games that got last place might be like in the middle. Games that were near the top might drop a good bit because like there will be new people voting each time. Like, the community will change enough in the span of a few months for the results to be totally different. So at some point, I might rerun the poll, and people will be like, oh, Tomb Raider would be a good one. What? Her middle name is Chris?
ニュースの途中ですが、たった今、先ほどまで普通だった衛星回線がつながったようです。それでは軍事クーデターが発生したとみられる現地近くの空港からと、現場周辺に向かった特派員からの中継をご覧ください。
Fiona's middle name is Chris.
はい、空港です。こちらでは
I'm sorry. I'm shocked by that.
その理由についての発表はまだありません。一部地区でゼネラルリソースの制空権が完全に略奪されたとの噂もあり、 空港は混乱の極みを見せています。
皆さん、
Hello.
私はジオフロントから50キロほど離れた場所からお送りしています。ご覧いただけるでしょうか。私の上空では多数の戦闘機の編隊がジオフロント方面に向かっていく姿を何度もカメラで捉えています。
我々の決起を多くの人々はまだ誤解していることだろう。確かに現時点で人々が目にしているものは
I saw a boulder punch joke. I glance for a second and I see the phrase boulder punch.
ただこれだけは言っておこう。
You can't. Don't start me again. There was a phase last year, or not last year, like early this year, where I could not stop making boulder punch jokes. Like there was at least one every stream. Eventually it just got out of my system. It just kind of fell out of relevance. We can't bring it back. There were so many boulder punch jokes at the start of this year, I couldn't help myself. Ace Combat Advance review is such a troll, I love it. Just in its existence, you mean? It's funny with, like, release order, right? Because I do it in release order, it's funny that, like, I did 4, I did 5, all the comments on the 5 video are like, oh boy, the Ace Combat 0 review, here we go, boys, it's time. No. No, it's not. It's Game Boy Advance time. It's the best time to publish that advance. It's also going to be published on Christmas Day. That only makes it better. On my Christmas gift to the Ace Combat community is the best review of Ace Combat Advance they've ever seen. The most, like, completely serious review of it. Because I mentioned before, I searched. I went out there and I tried to find reviews of Ace Combat Advance on YouTube. I found 2 of them. Both of them were 2 minutes long. And one of them was 13 years old. Like, Ace Combat reviews, on YouTube at least, just barely exist. At all. How many are gonna say they didn't even know it was a thing? Guess what? I already got a comment saying they didn't even know it existed on Patreon. One of the channel patrons already commented on the post and was like, wait a minute, they made a Game Boy game? I was like, yep, they sure did. Here it is. That wasn't this morning, that was on Monday. I gave them the update on, like, what I was working on. And one of them was just like, this game exists? I never heard of this. Made me happy. They dropped the ball making Joker 2 a musical. It might be good. It could be good. Good musicals exist. They're rare, but they exist. I don't know how you make the Joker into a musical, but it might work. You know, I'll wait. Fiona never would have gotten shot down if your crazy ass didn't join a terrorist organization, Cynthia. It's not because she didn't also join, it's because you joined in the first place. Crazy bitch.
君も分かっただろう。ユーピオもニューコムも所詮は同じ穴の無地なだったということなのだよ。治安維持だの、科学先民だのといろいろと御託だけは並べるが、
Right.
実行力のない臆病な連中。だがな、私は違う。私には恐れるものなど何もない。世界はすでに私を認めたようなものだ。さあ、世間を見返してやろう。今まで私をバカにしてきた奴らを血祭りにあげてやろうじゃないか。肉体に固執した人類など滅びてしまえ。
Those are normal things to say. December 28th is the Fool's Day in Hispanic countries, is it? Okay, hold on. The other day, or no, this was yesterday, I think. I was talking about, I had the idea of compiling the whole Armored Core review series into one big video and like just uploading it as like a bonus thing for Christmas, like a Christmas present, right? But then it turns out that the Ace Combat review's already scheduled for Christmas Day. So I was like, okay, maybe I could drop it on New Year's Day. Guess what day of the week New Year's is? Anyone have a guess, or does anyone already know? Because I'll spoil it, it's on a fucking Monday. I also have a video scheduled to go up on that day already. I am back-to-back uploading on a holiday. I can't even do like a special holiday thing. I already have things lined up. Just by sheer coincidence, because I upload every Monday. It just worked out that way this year, I guess. Human NFT incident. They did kind of turn themselves into NFTs. Favorite Batman? There's only one answer. And I know that someone in chat, it's one of you, I don't know who it is, but one of you, immediately when I said that, you thought Christian Bale. For some godforsaken reason, you thought that. No, it's Kevin Conroy. There's only one answer. That's my favorite Batman, and it's not even close. No one comes anywhere near Kevin Conroy for Batman. Animated series Batman, that's Kevin Conroy. That's the one I'm talking about. There is no one who is so perfect as Batman as Kevin. I genuinely might buy the Suicide Squad game. I had totally written it off, you guys. I was not going to buy it. But then they dropped that trailer right after he passed, revealing that he had already recorded the entire role and they were still going to have him in there. And it's going to be his last ever performance as Batman. I was completely tuned out. I was not going to buy the Suicide Squad game. But now that I know that, I might have to buy it. Just because of that, it might get a sale out of me. I feel like it would be worth it. Because, and the scene that they showed of his Batman in it, it looked great. Like, his performance just already looked really good. And the writing in that whole scene was also actually good. So far from what I've seen of the Suicide Squad game, the game itself does not interest me, but the story seems really well done. Like, the acting seems good, the writing seems good, so I might not entirely dislike it. Even though I would rather have a good game with a bad story, if I get a bad game with a good story, and that good story happens to also have Kevin Conroy for one last time, I could probably deal with it. Rest in peace, gay Batman? Gay Batman? What? What are we talking about? What the hell is the music doing? What? What was that sound? I know I'm not the only one who heard that and just kind of went, wait, what the fuck? What was that? Kevin Conroy was gay? I never knew this. I thought there was like an actual adaptation. I don't know much about him like in his personal life, to be honest. This is the first I've ever heard this. I was like, rip gay Batman. I was like, what Batman adaptation was he gay in? I'm not familiar. But no, that makes sense. Wow, yeah, that weird little... That was so weird. Batcore. There's seriously... There is not a Batman like Kevin Conroy. He was just so perfect for it. Ever played Onimusha? I haven't. It's been on like that list of games that I've known about and I need to play someday for a long time. But I've just never gotten to it. I should put it on the list for future review series, potentially. I learned about it from Avalanche Reviews did like a little series on it. I don't think I watched the whole series. I think I watched like his whole video on the first one. And I was pretty sold. And I don't think I watched the rest of his videos on them. Because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play these. But man, that was years ago. When did he upload those videos? Now that I'm thinking about it, that was a long time ago. Hold on. Hold on. I don't have time to look it up yet. I was just gonna go to his channel and scroll for it. Alright, clearing the way. Oh my god, there's a lot of targets. Hold on. I was like, is it just these guys? It is not just these guys. Hold on. Oh, I was willing to tank that just to go and clear shit out in case the mission ends if I don't take out the ground targets quickly enough. Oh wait, no, she's in the air already. These guys are all chasing her down. What? Why do I have ground targets then? Oh, there was a very faint wah 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 wah. I'm so lucky to have dodged that. I honestly thought that it was gonna hit me. I'm still kind of surprised it didn't. Only bad thing about Onimusha Remastered. There's a remaster? Chole. Chole now? Jess looked over and was like, ooh, a nighttime mission. You know what would be hilarious right now? Sunglasses. God damn it. The best time for it? I might as well be flying blind right now. Good lord above. Oh no. Like, I can see my target with the big flashing box, obviously. I can read my radar. But in terms of like what's actually around me and out there on the horizon, I'm blind. I cannot see. Albert Wesker? What would Wesker say in this situation? Not that I can do an impression at all. I hate Chris. Chris? For some reason, when I think of Wesker, I think of Code Veronica Wesker. Or like PS1 RE1 Wesker. Like, why are you laughing? Stop that. Stop laughing at me. I always think of Goofy Wesker when I think of him for some reason. I think most people think of him in 5, where he's actually like a good villain and intimidating. But no, I think of like the old Goofy Wesker whenever I think of him. I despise Chris. After beating the shit out of Claire for no reason. Oh, they were picking up Reyna? Sorry, was I out of the loop on this until now? We were scooping Reyna up? Of military schizophrenia super weapon games. That's me, that's the brand. Schizophrenic military games based around super weapons. Apparently.
あなた自身の姿であり、人々のサブリメーションではないのですか？ナイトレーベンなど使わなくても、あなたが自らの手で人々にエレクトロスフィアの素晴らしさを説くべきです。
いや違うな。力とは人に見せるためにあるものだ。今のお前に私の姿が見えるか？
いいえ。でも肉体として見える姿に意味なんてあるのですか？
今のお前に何がわかる？何も知らずこの世界に縛られ一瞬にして全てを失った者の気持ち。この俺がこの姿を望んだとでも思っているのか？
サブリメーションを望んでいなかったなんて。私がニューコムを裏切り、たった一人の妹までも裏切り、全てを捨ててまで参加した。このあなた。
Yeah, you were crazy.
私が望んでいるのはあなたのその姿でした。
この姿だと？それこそお前が私を使ってみようとしているのは無意味な夢に過ぎないということだ。お前の現実から逃げるためのな。エレクトロスフィアで一体何が見えると思っている？お前の話はエレクトロスフィアの世界が天国だとでも言いたいようにしか聞こえない。そんなに天国へ逃げたいのなら妹の後でも追えばいい。いや、こん
な私にいつも言ってた。夢なら寝てる時に。
He's so wrong for that. He's.
でもあなたのおかげで分かった。
He is so wrong for that.
目覚めの悪い夢。
That was wild of him. To say that. Can punch boulders way better than Chris could ever hope to. Why does it feel like all the best Resident Evil memes are based around Chris Redfield? Like, why does his character perpetuate so much goofiness in that series? Feels like whenever something especially wacky and meme-worthy happens in Resident Evil, Chris Redfield is there.
自分自身とフィーのためこの戦いにケリをつけるつもりで、それから君のことも必ず。だから私の最後のわがままを許して、ここから消える。そして何がこの戦いの真実だったのか、それだけは自分の目で見るまで戦う。そのつもりだから、私を信じてお願い。だから
She gets a lot more good development in this path. In just the Newcom, like straight Newcom path, I was like, man, she kind of shows up, is crazy, dies. But here, they actually do a lot with her. Ace Combat Advance. No thanks, bro. Okay, not all of it. I forget that the original RE4 exists. Now that the remake has, like, replaced it in my head. I need to go back and replay the original. Just so that I remember RE4 for what it really was, and by that, I mean the absolute silliest game ever made. That bat monster?
Engage.
Okay. Bat monster it is. I can find it.
Missile alert. Missile alert.
Yeah, got hit.
Warning.
Don't shoot at me.
Bullseye.
Okay, we're getting a good amount of kills right off the bat. When I saw so many planes spawn right at the beginning, I was like, oh god, we are going to be here a while. Not enough Chris in RE4. Jess, you know that they're remaking, like, let's all be honest here, okay? I always have to preface it because, like, really hardcore RE fans will always be like, but Code Veronica, and I know. I would much rather have them do a Code Veronica remake, but, like, if we're all being honest with ourselves, we know that 5 is getting the next remake, right? And Capcom actually recently did, like, or someone from Capcom recently did an interview and confirmed that they are not done developing remakes for the Resident Evil franchise yet. And they said that we could probably expect one in the near future. So I will even go as far as to say, like, we know that they're making the RE5 remake currently. With the amount of hints towards it in the 4 remake, and the fact that even though Code Veronica deserves it more, 5 is just gonna print them way more money. It's next, right? They're working on it. So you'll get plenty of Chris, don't worry. RE3 cut out and changed way too much. Okay. As a life, I grew up addicted to the PS1 trilogy. All of them, right? But let me drop my biggest Resident Evil hot take here. I don't think that Nemesis was ever that good. It was always the weak link. Even, like, in the grand scheme of the series, post-action era and everything, it was still one of my least favorites. As much as the remake cuts out a lot of the stuff that I would have liked to see in a remake for it, I still, like, I mean, I would say that I would, but, like, over the last few years since it came out, when I go to replay RE3, I almost always go for the remake over the original nowadays. Because outside of Nemesis himself, the game was always kind of weak. I said it. I'm brave enough to say it. I said it. The remake cut a lot, like a lot that I really wish it didn't. But what it keeps, it's so much nicer to play through than going back to the original, in my opinion. I enjoy replaying the remake over the original for the most part, but it's one of those situations where it's like, the two are entirely different. The two are completely different. It's like how with RE2, sometimes when I want to play RE2, I'll play the original. Sometimes I'll play the remake, because, like, both of them serve a different purpose. And, like, if I'm in a certain mood, I want to go play the PS1 game. If I'm in a certain mood, I want to play the remake. 3 has that guy with the amazing hair, Carlos. which he didn't have the amazing hair in the PS1 game, by the way. The hair that he has in the remake was a complete redesign that they did for the remake. Just so you know. He didn't have that hairstyle in the original. He got a redesign. That's probably one of my spiciest Resident Evil takes. Especially seeing chat's reaction. Yeah, that's probably one of my spiciest ones. I wish that 3 didn't get so much stuff cut, but like on the whole, I just enjoy playing the remake more when I go back to it. Okay. Am I going in to strike? Are we both going in?
Update target.
Let's clear these out first. That'll probably make our lives easier.
Bullseye. Warning.
The remake, I know that we all want to see is 6. Honestly, I really want to see a remake of 6. Genuinely, I really want to see a remake of 6.
Warning.
Because I look at like what they did with 4 and how they brought back so much of the action game DNA, and it's still not a survival horror game in the remake, but it's a lot closer to survival horror than the original was. Or I guess the better way to put it is just like mechanically it's not even that much closer. It's barely a difference. But like the original RE4 did a really good job at tricking you into thinking it was survival horror, even though it wasn't. And the remake just does an even better job at tricking you into thinking it's survival horror when it's not. So I would love to see that design approach brought to RE6.
Warning. Missile alert.
6 would be remade from scratch.
Damage.
It would be probably more akin to like RE2, where it is just like the entire game is different, right? Like RE2, it's like, yeah, from the very foundation, this is a completely different thing. It would probably be a lot closer to that, but I would love to see that.
Warning.
Ada's helmet wearing grunt. Honestly, that's something that I haven't even thought about until this very, moment.
Mission failed.
Is them bringing co-op back with the remakes. Because like those are pretty much, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean in terms of mainline at least, those are like the 2 co-op Resident Evil games. Like there was stuff like Outbreak and Revelations 2 and stuff like that. Like there were a lot of spin-offs, Operation Raccoon City even, that had co-op. But like as far as the mainline games go, 5 and 6 were the only 2 to ever do co-op. So I never even thought about until just now that with those remakes, they're either going to do it or they're not. And I could see an equal chance for both. Like, I could see them bringing it back because it wouldn't feel the same without it. But I could also see them going, co-op is really expensive to develop. People don't care about it as much now as they did in, like, the 2010s. So we left it out and we made it a single-player experience instead. I could see either of those timelines going down. In terms of me and False doing it, maybe. But False did both of... Like, she has played RE6 and 5 on her stream. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. I was about to go on a whole other tangent. Oh, I forgot I even had sunglasses on. But she played both of those co-op with Kaz when she did them. So those 2 might do like a 5 remake in the event. Well, not in the event, when it comes out, the way that I look at it. I was gonna say in the event it comes out.
Bullseye.
But I could toss the idea. Too bright, it's a bit of an adjustment.
あれは何？
My face is also itchy, not helped by the regrowing beard. It has, like, as of today, gotten back to that perfect length where it's like, okay, it's starting to get a little itchy, like we're in that awkward phase in the middle where it itches a little bit, right as it starts to grow out.
フィルナをやらなきゃクーデターを止められない。叩くから。
Update target.
Need to do co-op with someone to get the grunt experience. Oh, also with False, she has work. Right? So unless if she did want to, I could probably just play it for her stream. For my stream, I would probably still do it solo. False has what my parents would call a real job.
Missile alert.
Ah!
Caution.
I almost flew straight into it. We're gonna ignore that.
Warning. Missile alert.
Ah! Okay, I'm in a bad spot here. Let's redirect a little bit. Shit.
Missile alert. Warning. Missile alert. Warning. Missile alert. Caution.
Ow! Son of a bitch! We live!
Bullseye.
Even if the game stinks. The game, honestly, like, it aged well in terms of just being like a fun, load it up, shoot some zombies, move on kind of game. Especially now that that's not the direction the franchise took. Because when it came out, I hated RE6 when it came out, because I was like, this is not Resident Evil, and it's still not Resident Evil. But you know what it is?
Warning.
It's a really goofy game where I can just like shoot some zombies and then
Bullseye.
tackle them and slam their head into the ground until it explodes. And then I could load up some Jake and like do some karate melee combo bullshit on him.
Warning.
Like it aged well, kind of being that one game that you can just load into, goof around for a little bit, and not take that seriously. It's pretty fun to play it nowadays, I think. But back when it came out, I did not like it. 40k Rogue Trader's better than Baldur's Gate 3? Heresy.
追いかける。
Oh my god, it's the same mission! Please have mercy!
お前はお前の幼稚な夢を見てただけのくせに都合のいい。
Update target.
Please.
Missile alert.
Oh no, I'm so screwed, man. Okay, this is gonna have to be the best flying I've ever pulled off in Ace 3. I'm one shot from anything. Like if it's a machine gun, I'm dead. It doesn't matter.
Warning.
They put 3 missions in one. They actually did. This is ridiculous how long this is going on. Especially in a game where 2 missiles in the course of a mission is enough to just kill you. Oh, he's already smoking. Please, give me at least one of those. Or all 4 of them.
Mission accomplished.
やったの。見てた。
I don't even know what direction I'm facing right now. I'll take it. Fifth edition isn't good. I don't even, like, I have no knowledge of D&D. So for me, it's just a really good RPG. For most people who played it, for sure. I talked about it before, but D&D, or sorry, not D&D. Baldur's Gate 3 is now like the casual gateway into D&D, where the majority of people who played Baldur's Gate this year had never even touched D&D before. And I feel like that's a good thing for that, even though I'm not into it at all. I can just recognize, oh, we don't do the tunnel mission, but we're just here? Okay. I can recognize that's a good thing for that community, right? Like, there's a lot of people who got, like, they got to dip their toes in with that in a way that's really accessible and easy to learn. You don't need to, like, get a whole party together and, like, schedule times to get together and do it and all figure it out together, or just join a group that already knows and, like, they have to catch you up and get you up to speed with it. Like, you can just sit down on your own. The game will teach you how to do it. The game is already your dungeon master. Like, it's the casual gateway into D&D. And I think that that's a really good thing. I mean, I have a couple of personal friends who legitimately started playing D&D this year, like actual D&D, after they played like 200 hours of Baldur's Gate. Because they got super into it from that. And my friends are nerdy, but they're not what you would typically, like, what you would stereotypically, but typically think of as, like, Dungeons and Dragons level nerdy. That's kind of the best way to put it. I don't like the way that I worded that, but that's kind of the best way that I can think to explain it. But, like, my friends from high school, like, we were all COD bros growing up who transitioned into being more nerdy over time from that. But, like, you really wouldn't think that they're at, like, Dungeons and Dragons level of involved with nerd culture and all that. It's actually interesting that you kill Dician first on this path and then kill Reyna. Unless the twist is that Dician isn't dead and he's gonna show up after we take out Night Raven. It's also interesting that we are even in the underground city at all. Like, they just skipped the tunnel mission. I guess you don't want to do the exact same thing on both paths, maybe? Oh god. I'm turning. I'm turning. I'm turning. Here we go. Shit. Oh, look at the flickering on some of the geometry. Thank you, Duck Station! To be fair, almost always when I see flickering in Duck Station, it's because of geometry correction. It looks amazing for games that it works flawlessly on, but sometimes it doesn't work completely flawlessly, and you get that. Worth it for me to occasionally have it. On the path, or on the other path, Cynthia comments something about not forgetting the sky. What sky? Does she specifically mean this city when she says that? I thought that she just meant the sky. Are you shitting me? All four? Okay. I thought she just meant the sky in general. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bring it around town. Nice and slow. Night Raven, please. Let my missiles connect instead of going through the wings. I hit one. Oh god. I probably shouldn't say it, Jess, but if you're not sure if this one is dark enough, Ace Combat 4 has some night missions. And thanks to upscaling, on top of them being dark, there's something else going on that we will get to when we are there. Oh my god, I read The Sky is Fair and I already know what it is. Why? The brain rot is so real. I already know that that's Dante in his stupid ass biplane at the end of DMC 1. I just read The Sky is Fair and I know that that's what the rest of the message is gonna be. It's a Dante quote, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Thinking of starting from Baldur's Gate 1? I have only played 3, ow. That actually doesn't hurt that bad. Considering it's a laser cannon on this difficulty. I would think it would hit for more than 14%, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Please. I hit 1. Where? To be continued. It's gonna be Dissian. Note that in my Ace Combat research. 5e is that it's oversimplified from previous editions. That combat is... Wait. Combat is very what? Sorry. It's not good for dungeon crawls? Interesting. Does that affect, Baldur's Gate much? The dungeon crawl thing specifically, I mean. The combat thing would, but the dungeon crawl thing? I'm curious. She does say this sky. Yeah, and it'll always be over everyone's head, no different, whatever he says. Wait, we're back, not in the tunnel. Easy, okay. I had such a hard time with the combat. I feel like it might be... Is it one of those situations where, like, if you've played D&D in previous editions, it feels easy? But if you're new, it will... Because for me, getting to grips with the combat in Baldur's Gate was tough. And I feel like it was for a lot of people that I've spoken to as well, who, like, have never played D&D, that is. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. These are ground targets. I was gonna say, they're gonna be like AA guns and shit. I do not want to have to... 27% this time. Jesus, did you see the way she was just like orbiting me? Oh, good lord. She got a lot scarier now that we're out in the sky again. Oh, Jesus. Please, no. She's coming in hot. It is so quick. What was that? Oh. I could do that. Slammed by Night Raven. Bro, what was that? She like hit me with the laser, slammed into the back of me, and then was like hovering right in front of me. It looked so weird. It was kind of like a mosquito, the way that they would like kind of fly around you. Ow! Ow! Holy shit! I just got... Ow!
Mission failed.
Oh my god! That was wild! Okay. Falcon magic, what the fu- Oh, also, I saw a second ago, sorry, I saw how epic is the Ace Combat Zero music. I don't know yet. I haven't heard it. Man, that Christmas video is gonna catch a good amount of people off guard. In a very entertaining way, if I may say so. The face of a liar? I'm not, check the pinned message. I'm not a liar. I'm not lying. I haven't heard the Ace Combat Zero music. There's a reason. Dude, she is going crazy fast. If you fly low, you can avoid it. How low are we talking? 1200 is probably low enough. Although I think this is her behind me. That is definitely her behind me. That's 100% her behind me. Oh, that was a ground missile? Okay. Okay, not as bad. Cynthia, what are you doing out here? Oh, wait. Oh, she's shooting the ground targets, like the missiles and guns and stuff. That... fair enough. But maybe we could shoot the generators, or, you know, the woman blasting my shit out of the sky with the laser cannon. What's crazy is that I've fought Reyna before. She has never flown like that. Oh god. Bring it around town. Oh, she's on my tail. Oh god. She's terrifying. Okay, one of them went in. Come on, speed up, speed up, speed up. Full speed, come on. You released her Rosgrease. The Rosgrease shit was very entertaining. I liked 5 Story a lot. I mean, I know that I said that, like, in the video. I was very entertained by it. Very, very entertained by 5 Story. And 4s. I liked 4s a lot, too. I like them in very different ways, though. Like, I like them for different things. Don't know anything, where was that? About any Zero, but advanced music is a jam. Yeah, AC advanced music is great, you guys. You're real good. Oh, there is one more. I was like, did I miss one? Is that why she's not, like, the target yet? Ah! Okay. So she chases me all around the fucking place. But as long as I'm below, like, it seems like 1300, she just straight up doesn't shoot at me. Like, she's still right on my ass, but she just doesn't fire the laser. Weirdly. I don't know why, but she doesn't. Even though she's right there. Oh, she did go and hit a generator. Look at you, Cynthia.
Update target.
You helped. Come here, Reyna. Fly straight at me. You know you want to. Do me a favor here. I heard 2 of them hit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They removed most of the mechanics from old editions that added more tactical thinking. The classic appeal to casuals. To be fair, with the appeal to casual stuff, I always do add in that, like, appealing to casuals is good. There are cases where it's a balance, right? It's not a bad thing to make something easier to get into for casuals, but it depends how much you take away in order to do that. Like, it's very case by case. Because, like, some things, like Armored Core, for the most part, like, AC6 appealed to casuals really well without taking much away from, like, old-gen players, like, longtime fans. Not to say it was perfect, but for the most part, right? Like, that's a good kind of appealing to casuals on the whole. But then there's, like, Resident Evil, 4 and 4 through 6, where it's like, okay, it's a lot easier for people to get into the games, but, like, this isn't what the games are. Oh, okay. Sure. Yes. AC or AC? Armored Core. You fixed her? I did. She was... weirdly, Cynthia was the fixable one all along. I did not think it would be her. Oh, it's this creepy ass. What's he typing? Don't call me that. Don't call me that. Very few get to call me that. I'm very picky with that one. Adventure capitalist! Oh my god, I forgot. Every time that I've made this joke, I forgot adventure capitalist. Oh, I have Avalanche Reviews channel up on a tab because I was going to look at... Hold on. When did he do those Onimusha videos? Oh, here they are. Where's the first one? This is the one that I watched. And I watched like half of it, judging by the red bar. This was in June of 2021. That's a tangent from way earlier, but there's the answer from way earlier. That I was like, when did I watch that video? There's someone liking my replies to comments on like all of the old Armored Core videos. Like my YouTube notifications, I click them just to clear them. And it's all just someone is liking all of my replies to people's comments on the old AC videos. I don't know why crazy correlates with hot, but a rehabilitated crazy feels hotter. I don't know. Well, it's that thing where like the red flags turn into green flags at a certain point. You have notifications for comment likes. Yeah, I have my YouTube notifications on. I've mentioned this. I have them on, like in general. And beyond that, the thing that people think I'm crazy for is I have push notifications for YouTube enabled on my phone. So when people comment on my stuff, it pops up on my phone's lock screen because I like reading them. And people are like, you're actually crazy for that. Because a lot of my content creator friends are like, I try to stay away from my comment section for the most part. It is bad for my mental health. I'm like, I think it's bad for all of our mental health, but it's only like that like half the time. The other half the time, it's great. Keith dies in all routes. Hold on, what characters die in every single route? It's like... It's Keith, Dissian, obviously. Is that actually it? Is it just those two? Keith and Dissian? Is that it? That's it, isn't it? Park, I guess? Yeah. Yeah, Park counts. Keith, Dissian, and Park. Why Keith? Dissian and Park, I could see you killing them in every story route because, like, they are two of, like, the few characters in the game that are like, yep, these guys are just evil. Like, these guys are just some nasty bitches. Park deserved that. So did Dissian. Right? But Keith is so weird because he's a heroic character and yet he dies in every route. Hold on, where's my true ending? That was the 5th path. When does it happen? Where's my true ending? I've done all 5. If it's a sequel to 3, I want Keith to come back so bad. Doing a sequel to... Oh, here it is. Hold on, chat. It's the moment.
どうだ? もう気がついているのかもしれないが、お前は私によって作られたプログラムだったのだ。そしてこれまでお前が見てきたすべての出来事、この私がお前を AI としてプログラムしたすべての可能性、それが私に答えを教えてくれた。ここまでたどり着いたお前は、多くのパターンによって変化し続けるすべての世界で、あの男を完璧に抹殺することができたはずだ。私から陽子を奪ったあの男、デッドコピーとして自分だけは抜け抜けと生き残ったあの男、ビジョン。奴の思考を複製したプログラムのすべてを完全に消去してやった。可能性はすべて見せてもらった。それではこれから真実の世界へお前を放つことにしよう。さあ、今までの出来事、記憶をすべて忘れ、その目でこの世界の現実をしっかりと知るがいい。この世界が誰が何のために作ったものなのか。
Yeah, I still can't believe that actual ending. I still cannot.
さあ、あらかじめ仕組まれた物語など存在しない。
I can't understand you, Simon. Purge Chole! Why? Now go out and touch grass. It was all a dream ass ending. It's so much worse than it was all a dream. So much worse. Personally, I think it's worse. Because it's not even it was all a dream. It's... Okay. So... There's that cutscene that shows what happened with Dissian getting sublimated and getting stuck there like that. And Yoko, right? Where essentially General Resource has them working on that project like in secret. It's super covered up. And then they kind of say, we don't need this program, and so these people can't live because they might leak it somehow. And so they send in like a squad to bomb them while they're in there and kill them. But Dissian already got uploaded, so he lives on sublimated, right? We see that cutscene in one of the paths. So that ending is literally just Simon saying, Because that also, chat, that's like, I believe the only thing you see in the entire game that actually happened in the real world and not in a simulation, right? Like, that cutscene actually happened. And so Simon goes, that bastard Dician killed Yoko. He stole her from me, because apparently Simon had a crush on her or something. I don't know. It was never even brought up directly before that cutscene. So he goes, that bastard killed her. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna write an AI that can fly planes. I'm gonna have that AI live through every conceivable simulation of fighting Dician. And then, once it's perfect, I'm gonna send it after him to kill him. What? What? It's crazy. It is so batshit crazy when you actually just break down what he legitimately says to you there. Simon ends up being the biggest villain of them all. It's like one of my Japanese comics. I thought the quote was anime. I know... Look, I haven't played Metal Gear Solid, but I know the memes. Not all of them, but I know some of them. I know it's like one of my Japanese animes. Only thing Simon is capable of pulling off. It's not even that he went for the AI route. It's that General Resource, like, higher-ups had her assassinated. And for some reason, he goes... That motherfucker Dician is gonna get it. I'm gonna kill him the only way I can. And then he goes to all this effort to do it. Like, it's not even just that he goes to so much effort. It's that he's so misdirected and batshit crazy in the first place. Right? It's... He's crazy for that. Hold on. Hold on a second. Because this is possible, right? If you didn't know, just because of this message. In general, this isn't purely directed at Wizard of Games. However, if you didn't know, speaking of the holy trinity of military schizophrenia superweapon games, I am doing Metal Gear. I have less Metal Gear videos up so far than Ace Combat. It's mostly because I'm playing with algorithm stuff, seeing how things behave differently. It's not because I'm not feeling good about Metal Gear or anything. I actually really like doing those videos so far. I think he blames Dician for dating someone he had a crush on. Okay, yeah, actually, hold on. Rewind. Dician and Yoko did have a relationship at the time, which only makes it crazier. He had, like, a pre-existing hatred for Dician just because he was dating her. And, yeah. In Spanish, it's like one of... it says... It's like one of my Japanese comics, which is what I said. Interesting that it says comics. There it is. Sepper got it. Is that the right link? But yeah, I am doing a Metal Gear. I was literally typing that as Sepper put it in. But yeah, I have started doing Metal Gear. And I'm going to see that all the way through as well. I was talking about it earlier, actually. Because I was saying you're crazy if you think I don't... Or if you think I'm not going to do a Metal Gear Survive video at the end of it. Hold on. AC3 is done. All 5 routes. I got the ending. This game was long as shit to do all the paths on. We're gonna go to AC4. But first... piss break time. I'll be back in a minute. Feel free to get up, get a drink, snack, bathroom break, whatever you gotta do while I'm up. And then when I'm back, I'll load up and start Ace Combat 4. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, I'm back. I think I'm ready. One of the games of the history, indeed. Oh, hello, audio. It did not like me tabbing out to OBS. It did not appreciate that one bit. Hold on. Infamous 1 or Prototype 1, which was better? It's Prototype. I said it. I'm brave enough. It's Prototype. Here we are. It's time. Oh wait, no. My laptop settings are good. There we go. It's giving me warnings. It's fine. My shit's set up right. You should do new game until the Ace difficulty playthrough. Hold on. Let me confirm. Is it Ace Combat 4 or 5, chat? Where... Alright. How's the volume, by the way? That's a good opportunity. This cutscene, by the way, looks terrible upscaled, so I apologize. But this little intro scene looks really bad when you upscale it. Actually, wait a second. Is my upscaling on? Is it? It looks like it might not be. Did I turn it off for some reason? I don't remember turning it off. Hold on. Was it this game or 5? Just a bit loud, way too loud? It looks fine. It doesn't look way too loud. It looks like a, yeah, down a little bit, but let's try 45 from 50. Sorry, was it this game or 5 where you can't play hard mode the first time through, like on new game? Who of my Ace Combat fans knows this one? Both? It's both of them? You have to play normal to unlock hard mode? I will wait for confirmation just to be sure. Hello, Daniel. Hold on. Very hard and Ace need to be unlocked. Oh, hard to unlock expert. One of them, hard mode, is not available from the start. I don't think 5 had hard locked. Locked or unlocked. I think in 4 you have hard since the beginning. You have to unlock expert and ace. I know that one of them... I played 5 on hard the first time through. I could confirm it by just wiping my save for both of them. Which honestly... it would answer this probably the fastest. Just click new game. Well, I think... like, even if I loaded up 5, for sake of example, hold on. Even if I boot 5, I'm not playing 5 yet, but I'm pretty sure that if I click new game, having cleared both of these, they're both gonna have hard mode available if I say new game, right? Because, like, my memory card has it registered that I've cleared the game before. All of them? One of them didn't. Because I made a mental note when I saw it. I was like, oh, that's weird. Also, there's a lot of menu artifacting in 5. At least on my configuration. So just, if you see it, oh, it's 5. I rest my case. All right, so 4, I'll start on normal then. Or sorry, on hard. 5, I start here. That actually answered my question. I'm glad that I did that. That saved me some time. That's Control. Son of a bitch. We go back. Bring me back. I think I actually... Yeah, I'm just so in the habit. That's Control. Hold on. It's one of them. Because I made the note. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys. You're right. It was the Control scheme. Did I maybe... God damn it. Let me at least open 4 so people don't come in and be like, oh, we're doing 5 now? No. And we're not. I'm going to prevent that problem before it comes up. Harder difficulties only show up when you load your previous save for a New Game Plus. 4 and 5 do not auto-load data. Oh. Yeah, I must have seen the Control scheme and then realized after, but since I had made the note and brain go burr. All right, never mind. I'm crazy. We start on hard for both of them. I like the cutscene music a lot in this game. We all know you play on easy. I play on normal.
I was just a child when the stars fell from the skies.
How's the volume now?
But I remember how they built a cannon to destroy them. And in turn, how that cannon brought war upon us. War was an abstract idea, nothing more than a show on TV. As a child, I only saw it as something that happened in some faraway land.
For what it's worth,
Until
so
that
far,
final day of summer,
with where I'm at, 4 has my favorite soundtrack on the whole,
my way to school,
out of the
I looked
games
in
up
the
to this
skies.
point.
A sound like distant thunder. In the blue skies far above me, contrails drew dizzying circles around in a crazy waltz. A battle in the beautiful skies far away. I could not tear my gaze away from them. Death on the roar. Silhouettes appeared, as if to graze the hills and streak past me. The fighters played the cat or the mouse in turn as they climbed swiftly into the sky. One fleeing plane fell out of the skies, spiraling and spewing orange flames to crash by the Cape. The same Cape where my family lived. Now they only live in my memories of days past. The victor circled around to confirm the kill. And on his craft, there was a large number 13 emblazoned in yellow. I will never forget this. The Allies retreated across the ocean before the onslaught of the enemy. Our little town in the heart of the mainland fell into deep isolation.
The music is drowning you out, man. Speak up. Can't hear you. Here we go. The audio balancing in these cutscenes are so bad. You said that right before it happened.
The Ulysses 1994 XF-04 asteroids. Stonehenge, the Erusian weapon of mass destruction, was originally built to shoot down asteroids. Upon discovering its potential as an anti-aircraft weapon, the Erusians ruled the skies over the mainland. The ISAF's attempts to destroy Stonehenge through airstrikes failed. As a result, strategic positions on the mainland were lost. This in turn forced ISAF to evacuate from the east coast to North Point. ISAF GHQ is regrouping its remaining combat forces at North Point. However, the Erusians control most parts of the mainland, and they have forward deployed bombers to Wrigley Air Base, a former ISAF facility. This bomber force will attempt to deal a lethal blow to the ISAF at North Point from this strategic position.
When the kid confronts 13, he has a gun in the Japanese version? What? That's such a like small detail, but I guess it's like the re-release of A New Hope for Star Wars, where they had Greedo fire a shot before Han did, so that Han didn't just straight up blast him out of nowhere, the way he does in the old 70s cut. We'll see you around, Augustin. Have a good rest of your day.
Hence, our GHQ is a sitting duck. It is mission critical that you destroy the bombers and neutralize the threat before they get past Newfield Island.
Yeah, there's the mixing again.
Remember, you are the first line of defense for North Point, and the fate of ISAF lies in your hands.
Oh! Hold on, chat. Quickly, I would like to also swat another myth while I'm here live. I got so many comments about what I was saying with like the weird overlapping line stuff in the HUD, telling me that it's because of the upscaling in the emulator. It's not. It's not. Where's my render resolution? Can I even change it from here? Where is it? Like, here's all the shit, right? Is it even in here? Oh, there it is. Here, right? So I normally use 5 times native. If I just turn it to native, I turn off the upscaling entirely, it's still there. Like, the lines don't move. It's not an upscaling thing. It looks like this. Oh, I turned on my own voice feedback and it was way behind. When did I even say I'm good? It was a misclick, misinput. It's not the upscaling. Bastards. I got a lot of comments too saying it was the upscaling. Sorry, I took that opportunity. Most of them will never see this, but it makes me feel better. I've proven my point. And it's not 16 by 9 either, because the actual game has 16 by 9. It just looks like that. Why does it look like my upscaling isn't working? Because I can tell you that it's not. I was like, man, it still looks really similar. Why is the upscaling not working? What is happening? Why am I in 480? This is bizarre. Because, like, it's set right there. Which emulator? PCSX2. That is not running in 1620p. Hold on. Let me give it a proper check. Ace Combat wallpaper came in just in time. Oh, what the hell? In here, it's set to native. For like the game specific. Oh, now it's running at a higher resolution. I got it! It works! What is SP new game? There was the issue. I turned off the upscaling to check the menus, didn't I? That's exactly why I was set to native resolution. Oh. I did not know there was a Lord of the Rings JRPG. New Game Plus? Nah, we start fresh. We go again. It's part of the training. Like, I could just bring in the late game planes right away and go crazy. But this is the way that I fly better in the end. Oh yeah, this scene as well. This is because of the upscaling, by the way. There's some instances of this in AC4 if you upscale. It's whatever like blur effect they used in this game. When it's applied to the entire screen like it is for this scene, it causes crazy ghosting if you're upscaling it. Like crazy ghosting. But then as soon as you're out, game looks great.
Your call sign is Mobius 1. We'll refer to you by this name at all times.
There's actually there's some visual bugs that I could not get worked out that come up here and there. Same with 5. 5 was less than 4. 4 had a lot of stuff. But when 4 works, it works. I don't remember how I removed it. There was a workaround. I actually, 5 was worse. Oh, we do have a little bit of ghosting. I see it. It's just don't look at it, chat. Just don't look. Still have the sun glitch, do I? Where's the sun at?
Mobius 1, engage.
Hold on.
At 3 o'clock.
Sun looks, oh, is that the glitch? Hold on, there it is. I know that's a thing in 5. The lens flare through the plane. I couldn't get that fixed for 5. Is that the sun glitch we're talking about?
Target is bombing the city.
My bad! I'm checking my emulator settings. 5 was worse when I started using it, but I actually downloaded an older branch of PCSX2. Like one that's a couple years old. Because when they made some renderer changes through the updates, it made 5 run a lot worse. In terms of like visual bugs, not performance. Like it has way more visual bugs on the newer revisions than on the older ones. So I could try loading 4 into that branch, like off stream, and see. What is happening to my audio? Seems like it just got, oh, that, here it is again. What is happening? This audio thing is new, I promise. God damn it. Should I just try it right now? I'm not the only one that hears it, right? I can't be.
This is Allen Fort. We're under attack. The runway and facilities are hit.
I don't upscale to make audio can't keep up. Maybe?
Locked on.
Maybe. It would be weird. I never had that happen when I played for the review, and I haven't changed the settings outside of I did turn off the upscaling to see if people were right about the menus. So I was like, I thought I checked that. And I did. But I had to be sure. But like, I haven't touched my settings, but that audio thing is new. And it wouldn't be because of OBS, like, streaming, because I was recording, right? And recording is way more CPU intensive than streaming. Or at least it is the way that I have my shit set up. Because I record lossless. Come on. I'll miss my ass. Oh, don't stall me out. You know what I just realized, chat? I don't have the game running in 16:9.
Sky, this is Allen Fort.
Like the proper 16:9. I forgot to turn it on.
Make sure to thank him.
It's save file specific on this game. It's save file specific. I was like, why does my game look worse than I remember it looking? It can't be because 5 looked that much better.
However, our victory will be meaningless should you fail the next mission.
Streaming has compression, so there will be... I don't use compression on stream. YouTube compresses it. Same with videos. Unfortunately.
The war seemed to unfold in the blink of an eye. I don't remember exactly when the forces from the west occupied my town. I was too busy scanning the skies day after day, waiting for Yellow 13 to reappear.
Oh, you just changed you go to software renderer? Is that what it is, Dax? Is that the workaround for it? I keep closing the lid on my water.
Before I knew it, everything changed. The language they taught us at school.
I can check it. Hold on.
Our friendly local sheriff disappeared and was replaced by foreign MPs. In the beginning, some people secretly tuned into broadcasts from North Point on their parabolic antennas. But as time passed, the broadcast no longer came in. Maybe the satellites were destroyed.
I used the same
all non-military computer networks were shut down.
The same
gasoline was rationed
encoder, just not as
though we lived in the 21st century,
not as high tuned.
We were reduced to using crystal radios and horse-drawn carts. I moved in with my uncle in town, who used to be a taxi driver. Out of gasoline and out of work, my uncle did nothing but to drown himself in drink.
Oh, I used the new NVENC thing.
I earned my keep by playing the harmonica in the town bar.
For the encoder.
The one thing I was
Nvidia's new NVENC encoder is what I use.
I'd play for sullen occupation soldiers in exchange for their charity and loose change, and used the money to support my uncle and myself. My uncle trash-talked the barkeep who catered to the enemy soldiers, but he never refused the money I brought home.
Forgot about the bum-ass uncle.
As for myself, I had a crush on the barkeep's only daughter, who was a little older than me. Another day passed, yet still no sign of the fighter plane Yellow 13 in the skies above our town.
Should cost less CPU. It's not that it's like NVENC does cost less compared to like the older encoders. Is why I use it, but it compared to recording in NVENC with lossless quality, it's not as intensive. Like, I use the same encoder to record too, but doing it lossless, I guess I might as well keep my old save just because. Why not? Use AV1? Really? Hold on, I need to go to the main menu though. Actually, I might try the other branch of PCSX2. Oh, I don't need to go, do I? Hold on, screen settings? Or not position. There it is. I hate that it's save file specific. I forgot about that. So I was like, why does it look a little weirder than I remember? I might not need to go to the other branch. Oh wait, no, don't start. I could probably buy something. Can I buy the F5E? I can. Thank you. I'll be taking one of those. Oh, Jess has a new GPU. Is the same as me. To be honest, you know what I realized just now? I use my laptop to encode everything. Like, I use OBS on my desktop, but as far as my desktop goes, it's the exact same whether I'm recording or streaming. It doesn't change on the desktop's end. It changes on the laptop's end, not on the desktop. So I was just flat out talking stupid from the beginning. As soon as you said the same graphics card, I was like, oh, I do have the same graphics card as Jess, but I don't use it to encode. I'm still getting a little bit of ghosting that I wasn't getting when I recorded for the review. Weird. I thought it might have been the thing. It's tiny ghosting, to be fair. Oh, this mission has the MIP mapping. This is the main reason I was curious to try the other branch. Hold on, look at the ground. It's always around the edges of the screen, but sometimes when it's really bad, I can catch it in the middle. Occasionally. Hold on, just, it was happening a second ago. Watch like the terrain on the edges of the screen and it will happen somewhere. It's happening on the left side a little bit. I'm getting some MIP mapping problems, which I was when I was recording too. I couldn't figure it out. Well, I could. The solution that everyone was sharing was just use software renderer. Which, software renderer, you can't upscale the resolution. So as far as what I'm doing, it was like, okay, I'll just play with the MIP mapping bug, and then cherry pick all my footage so that it's not in the video. Or if it is in the video, because it is a couple times, it's super minimal and you probably wouldn't notice it anyway. I can't see any ghosting because my whole YouTube player is ghosting because of 240p. I was wondering if it was just going to be compression in generals making it hard to see. But I'm surprised my PC managed to stream Alan Wake on Ultra at 2K. Jess, you saw the amount of awards Alan Wake won, right? Because you were still sick when the Ghost Awards, when the Game Awards happened. So you weren't here to celebrate in chat the next day. But you saw the amount of awards it won, right? Oh, Jesus. Coming off of 3's weird-ass thumbstick controls, the flying feels very nice here, I have to say. Oh, I didn't actually have lock. God damn it. Forget, I'm not playing AC3 anymore. The lock isn't like instant regardless of what plane I'm using. You just wait. It'll only take so long before I start doing my fancy shit again. Which is probably not as fancy as people who are really into the games, but I've started getting a little fancy with my flying.
Hard enemy radar spike. OBS 1, box 2. Missile shot trashed.
May have different result. Yeah, the only thing, like, software is more accurate, like way more accurate when it comes to stuff like that. And even now, like, after the very beginning, I'm not seeing any MIP mapping bugs past that little bit at the beginning. Oh, I just saw one. Okay, never mind, I just saw two. They're there, but it's another, like, it's just, since they're way out on the edges, it's not super noticeable most of the time. He's the one who did Max Payne's old voice? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that he passed away the other day. I didn't know that he was in Alan Wake 2, though. Because obviously the headlines all ran him as, you know, Max Payne's voice actor. I didn't realize he was still, like, working for Remedy and actively doing roles. Can't figure out how to do it, so I wouldn't say I'm fancy with it. I have also, like, I've seen a couple shorts pop up of people doing just wild shit with their flying. So it's fancy as far as, you know, me not having played flight games before. Like, to me, it looks fancy as shit. some of the things that I do here and there. But
Locked on.
in all reality, in terms of like the community as a whole, not that crazy. Look, it feels so much better. And I can do that now. Woo! We're fine. We're completely fine. Not even close. Not close at all.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Oh wait, I forget that I have bombs in this game. Hold on. Why am I using missiles and guns and all that? That first one went off way too early. I don't know where that one was gonna land. That's where it landed. I'm not gonna hit it. Shit, I wanted it so bad too. Like emulating Galaxy before Dolphin 3.0, audio had many bad workarounds that breaks other games. Emulation is it's always finicky, some more than others. Like at this point with DuckStation, PS1 emulation is very stable. Like insanely stable. And works for the majority of games that you'll actually be interested in playing. PS2 is mostly pretty stable, but can be kind of weird still. PS3 and like 360, that generation, good luck. Some games work really well, but it's not many. Not many games work well from that generation when it comes to emulating yet. The things I had to go through to emulate Gen 5 Armored Core for those reviews.
The attack was a success. A significant
hellish.
number of enemy bombers were eliminated,
so bad.
And a full-scale airstrike on North Point was averted.
Why did I do a little circle there at the beginning? What was I doing? Does anyone remember why I did that? Because I have no idea why I did that. God damn it, Streamlabs. Can you guys stop using foul language and posting links?
Chased out the sullen army grunts.
Jesus.
Commandeered the place. Even I knew who they were. The patch on their sleeve was the mark of the proud Air Force. A loud-mouthed, middle-aged man went around, announcing each pilot's results for the day and his running kill record.
Streamlabs putting in work today.
Kills,
all the singular letters and lacks of
soaking
spaces
followed.
after punctuation.
I believe it was their custom to call a pilot an ace once he shot down 5 planes. After completing the day's review, the same guy, the squadron adjutant, went on to announce, and now, for our leader's results. Everyone turned around to look at the quiet man who sat alone, strumming a guitar. I found myself drawn to the music from his guitar. Our Yellow 13 bagged 3 more today, bringing his new tally up to 64 kills. With a tentative smile, the man with the guitar turned to me and asked me to accompany him on my harmonica. I brought it up to my lips and I started a new song. I had finally found him. But by some fluke, it was my father's favorite song. The one he used to play at the end of each day.
Kind of depressing cutscenes. Great cutscenes, but a little depressing. Where's Shooty Plane Game? Right here. This is Shooty Plane Game. This is just like, this was the game outside of like AC3's Japan thing that they were doing there. This is where they started to shift the story direction a lot. Yeah, the Streamlabs is configured, like I did the configuration, and it's all stuff that we should have, but it's also just like, whether it be mistyping or like very specific situations with like single letters actually being used, it's gonna time out people that aren't doing weird stuff as well.
Thereby blinding the enemy and hiding our troop movements.
Oh, no new planes. I can buy a weapon though. What is the second option? Oh, the rocket launcher. Yes, please. That is way better than the, what's it? Unguided bomb. Way better. Assault Horizon. Pure Belkin magic. If it's pure Belkin magic, are you telling me I can fly through the ground? This level has a lot of mip mapping going on. A lot of mip mapping issues. Don't look for it, but even if you're not looking for it, your eyes might catch it. This level's pretty bad with it. I know from editing especially, just the amount of times that I wanted to use a clip from this level, but there's so many mip mapping issues on this one. I can do that. Is apparently stopping people from saying Lamau on mobile, saying it's a swear. Twitch's auto moderation has always been horrific. It's why people use chatbots to moderate on there. To be fair, YouTube's auto moderation is already pretty good. I have moderation settings in the bot to like fix up the few areas where it's not good. But even then, in fairness to YouTube, with like the single letter thing, right? The reason that I have the bot timeout for certain like individual letters is because people normally can't go into your chat and like spam slurs. So if they really are dedicated to do that, they'll go in and just do it letter by letter instead. And like YouTube isn't gonna set their auto mod to like time someone out for sending the letter G on its own. So I have to do that. The burden is on me for that one. I was gonna say that. Wait for it. I knew it was coming any second. Like that's not even a thing that you would expect YouTube to do, right? In all fairness, the link thing, I think they actually do filter out links. Maybe. I think they already filter out links now. They didn't used to when I started streaming on here. But I think I heard that YouTube's auto mod now just like doesn't let people send links in general. Unless they're like a mod or the channel owner. There's no reason to use that. Oh, hold on. I'm flying all weird because I'm messing with the weapon stuff. Tried to start a tower. He was testing. It was just for science. But yeah, like I have the chatbot set for that because I need to. And it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's better than the alternative, right? With an unrelated letter. Wait for it. Nothing. Normally it takes a bit, but I'll spoil it. That letter is fine.
He's coming in. Radar base 2, expect 280, 8 miles.
I was so tempted to time them out. To frame the bot, you wouldn't.
280, 4 miles.
Flying backwards and 7. There's the MIP mapping, you see? In the terrain. That was a pretty bad moment of it. It seems like, from what I can tell, the more geometry there is in the terrain, the worse it gets in this game. Yeah, you can really see it out there right now. That's why I might try the older branch, but I know that it was really bad on some older branches of PCSX2. So if the branch that I downloaded for 5 is bad enough, or sorry, is old enough, then it might still be really bad. I don't know.
Sky Eye here. Radar facilities confirmed destroyed. All aircraft take vector 1.
Man, full thumbstick control is great, isn't it, you guys? Woo! Feels so good.
Use the return line on the map to exit combat area.
Oh, my
Return
bad.
to base.
Got you. Hold on.
Fly in the right direction, and you'll see a white dotted line across your flight path.
Yeah.
Those of you who need to resupply or refuel during missions.
Beautiful thing. After playing so much AC3, it's wonderful to be back. And I played Ace Combat Advanced this week. So, like, I didn't get full thumbstick flight this last week either. Inaccurate ways to reduce performance requirement. Yeah. They're definitely getting better, because I saw footage of what it looked like before they fixed it. Fixed in quotes. It's not totally fixed for everyone, but, like, clearly for me, I'm still getting some of it on certain levels.
You are cleared to land.
I've seen clips of what it used to look like what Fervil is talking about, and sweet Jesus, I would never play the game. Like, I just wouldn't play Ace 4. Because how could you when it looks like that? If you know, you know. Like, it's insane how bad it used to be before, like, some updates came out. It's been getting better with time. It hurt to look at. Yeah, it would be really bad to play like that. I just wouldn't. I would probably whip out the PS2 and record it on the PS2 over that. I mean, I would. I couldn't do a review with footage like that.
Go and prepare for your next sortie.
The game looks great for 2001 in general, though. Can I bring this back up? This game came out in 2001. I mean, just look at it. Why would you torture yourself with advanced? It wasn't even that bad. The game is so short.
Control is degrading. The evac and regrouping efforts are proceeding as scheduled.
Imperial system? Like, which one is Imperial? Miles? In that case, yes. Miles is Imperial, I think. It's weird that we call it that, considering... Anyway. It is... Why is it called the Imperial system?
We've discovered the erosions are...
It's really odd, isn't it?
...of strategic supplies and rapid deployment troops.
Considering that the Imperial system came about as a result of us, you know,
the Acre fleet stationed here
leaving the Empire?
If the Erusians complete their troop preparations and the
I mean, I'm just saying.
Sail, this will bring about our
It's strange, right?
Your mission is to intercept and shoot down...
I can't be the only one.
...planes in and around Conroy Harbor. Let's show them how vulnerable they are. Be advised, the transport aircraft have ECMs on board that emit powerful jamming signals.
The US has one and the UK has another? Wait. Imperial system was used by the British, but they changed it! I've been fucking lied to! What? Also known as British Imperial. You're shitting me. Did you not know that? No, everyone my whole life has been like, oh, you guys use feet and miles because you're stupid and you had to make your own system because you don't like the British one. This is insane. Like, this is a revelation. This is crazy. I'm sitting here reading it. Now I know. They measure in biscuits per stabbings, of course. You know, the old London handshake, if you will. Daily mind-blown moment. Sometimes I just learn something random like that, and it's hard to even believe it. I will take the F-16C. Gladly. Older UK still uses some Imperial, like miles. We use miles per hour because it was too expensive to change all the road signage, apparently. That's funny. Just because I don't have it, I gotta get the napalm bomb, you know, in case I ever go back to the F4. Advanced air-to-ground missile, yes please. Yeah, I'm bringing out the F-16 with advanced air-to-ground missiles. I don't even know my weight in kilos, I only know in pounds. So why do I get so much shit from the British over this?
Destroy the E-767s hidden nearby to clear the jamming from our radar.
I can do that.
Good luck.
Especially in this fancy new plane. Feels so much smoother already.
Mobius 1, engage.
Maybe a little twitchy because it turns really fast, but I'll adjust again. You always need napalm to properly commit war crimes. That's true. It can be the war crime plane for now, at least.
Check 6. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Ah! I was too close. Brings air to ground for... The other option was bombs, okay? It's not like the other option was air to air. I don't have any planes with, like, long-range air to air yet.
2 targets remaining.
To be fair. And you never know when there might be, like, a ground target. Maybe not in this mission, but sometime. Just fire machine gun. I mean, it wasn't too close for machine gun, but it was too fast for me to actually use it. Like, I whizzed by way too quick. Which is a problem that I have a lot. I'm 170, lightest I've been since 2016. Thank you, COVID. See, some good came out of it. Getting deathly ill for 2 weeks will do that. Maybe it's not so bad. You know, assuming. Should have brought the A10. If it was available. I would have. You think I won't? I'll bring an A10 to a dogfight. Sure I will.
Radar lock. Fox 2.
God, the game feel here is just so substantially better than all the PS1 games. Oh wait, I meant to hold the what's it? The yaw button, like the trigger, but I was holding the brake instead, so I stalled out by accident. I'll be honest about what happened, because it's funny.
Fox 2. Missile shot trashed.
Working on that turnaround. Are my missile tips missing textures? I only just realized. Oh God, are they? I mean, that is like the tiniest thing. It took a while for me to notice it. It looks like they are. Come here. The MiG is an inferior plane, despite what chat might say. God damn it.
Missed.
I still have a hard time aiming the guns in third person. Like without, I feel like the pitch ladder helps me a lot with aiming. No! Wait, there's more planes to be shot down. Don't end the mission. Wait, no. But I only got an A.
Good job. You shot down the enemy transport without any radar.
What is a quam? It's a quam. There's an ace on this mission? Wait, the ace?
The mission was a success.
There's an ace?
This illusion air core
Where was the ace? I didn't see an ace. I haven't finished committing war crimes. It's really helpful. It's a quam. Ace pilot. I didn't see any such pilot. We've got what? 3 playthroughs of 4 to go? Or not to go, but we have 3 in total to... Because it goes hard, expert, ace, right? And I have to complete the game on ace. I don't need to retry the level now. I can go back. Oh, the aces only show up on New Game Plus. Interesting.
Conroy Harbor, home of the Acre.
Little missiles that track you like mini jets and can do it for 1 minute or 2. At least someone, not Cole, is helpful. Telling you that it's a quam is helpful. Quick air-to-air is about, like, I wouldn't have even be able to... B-E-E-N. Bean, Ben. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that it stood for quick air-to-air. I would have been like, it's an air-to-air. It goes shoot, it hits. Only air targets. That's about what I've got. You overestimate my plane knowledge at this point. Why are there no more planes? Why are there no more planes? You have to get S ranks on hard to unlock the supers, specifically on hard? And then set it like bin. Where are your E's? It's a northern accent. Bin. Bin. Oh yeah, there's some ghosting. Hello. Cockpit mode for this one. Some missions that have the blur effect, like globally, like this one, you get a crazy blur if you're upscaling, so. It's a good time for cockpit mode. It's a good time for it.
Oil rig at vector
On hard? Only on hard? I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Locked on. Splash one, splash one.
Oh, hello.
Can't get close to the rig. Damn it, he's on my tail.
Damn it.
He's mine.
Hold on. Give me a second. I got this.
Box 2.
A hell of a work week.
Mobius 1 shot 1 down.
Can't have been that bad. S ranks on Ace unlock nothing and are only for bragging rights. What? They have unlockables for each individual difficulty, but not the high one. Or not the highest one, rather. My bad.
Hard enemy radar spike.
But hello, false.
Mobius 1, bandit behind you. AA guns destroyed.
Stream is fine. Never mind.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Never mind.
Mobius 1, he's on your tail. Fox 2, Fox 2. Hard enemy radar spike.
No reinforcements. Only war crime.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Ah, there's a missile on me. No, please have mercy.
Mobius 1, he's on your tail.
Oh, there's a ship. Discrediting my work. All I said is it can't be that bad. How bad was it?
Enemy vessel sunk.
Radio failure when the radio's clearly working. Working well enough for me to hear it.
Enemy facility destroyed.
I thought it was fairly annoying. The first time I played, hearing all of the enemies' radio chatter. It got cut from the script. It was one of those smaller things that I was like, this isn't super important. And the video's already like 20 minutes long, so it probably doesn't need to stay in. But I was annoyed when I played this by hearing all of the enemy radio chatter as well. For the most part, there are occasional moments where it's nice, but just hearing everything, I'm like, bro, unless I'm reading the subtitles while I'm playing, which a lot of the time I'm not.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Like, I don't know if it's them talking or if it's one of my guys talking.
Incoming Sam.
Like, I don't know if this is important info or not to me.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
It all just kind of blends together
Facility destroyed.
when you're not reading the subtitles.
Hi, Fox 2. Just don't get shot down.
I was alone all week. Bro, what? No one else came in?
Enemy facility destroyed.
I think it'll get a full sequel or expansion. I'm hoping expansion, but honestly, I've talked about it a good bit on stream. There's a solid chance that they just do a DLC, like kind of Souls style, right? Where they just do the DLC as an add-on for the base game instead of doing like a full standalone. And I don't think I would mind. Although, just in terms of tradition, I would like to see a full standalone. But the thing that I'll say for Armored Core fans with it is if they did a DLC, Bamco would not let them sell it for full price. Because it would never work marketing-wise if they sold a full, like, $70 DLC. If they do a standalone, they're gonna sell it for full price. If they do it as, like, a downloadable content piece instead, it'll be cheaper. Even if it's the same amount of content, just for marketing purposes and sales purposes, Bamco would not let it fly.
Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2.
So, what ending it would follow after? Honestly, I don't know.
Just a little more.
Now I'm on vacation? It's like starting today?
Radar lock. Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Specifically on this Friday you started vacation?
Down.
But yeah, I talked about that, because normally with FromSoft stuff that has multiple endings, when they do follow-ups, they separate them to the point where, like, the endings don't affect the next installment, so that they can do their kind of now trademark, like, whatever ending you get is the canon ending. Like, whatever ending happened in your playthrough is the canon ending. It doesn't matter. But with AC6, they would either have to completely disconnect it or they just can't do that. Because even if they set it like hundreds of years later, if it was the true ending, like the third ending, it would still affect events that much, like, or like that far out rather. So I don't know. If I block poles, does that affect? What do you mean if you block poles? Else I'll be doing them on Christmas Day. I need the resupply. Come on. Please.
Mobius 1.
Jesus, the blur effect with
You are
upscaling.
cleared to land.
As in, I'm tired of your poles.
2 miles to touchdown.
Like the on-stream one?
Turn
I don't
left.
think it should affect anything. It would be weird if it does. It wouldn't make... I don't see how it
1 mile
could.
to touchdown.
Like, I think it's there just as a convenience feature. The fact that you can, like, block them in the first place. Well, this is like my messiest landing in AC4. I came in a little too fast. It worked, but that was a mess. You have to get all S ranks in normal or hard and beat the campaign twice on the same save. Interesting.
Mobius 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
Since the world is screwed no matter what choice you make. I never played those either.
Altitude restrictions cancelled. Return to your mission, Mobius
It's not
1.
blocking you. I don't think it would. Another S rank stream? Huh? I don't know. I would like to get the... To be fair, I'm probably gonna get mostly S ranks. S ranks are kind of just handed to you in this game. You don't really have to put in much work for them most of the time. Sometimes you can actually pull a vertical landing. Don't tempt me. I will try.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed. AA guns destroyed. Rapier 5, Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
Just need them points. Yeah, because it's literally like all the missions in this game are just like, yeah, go here, blow shit up until the timer runs out, and then depending on how much shit you blew up, you'll get like your mission rank. It's almost every mission in 4.
Enemy facility destroyed.
So it's very easy to get S ranks in this game. Like on my first playthrough, I think I only didn't get them on like 2 or 3 missions out of the whole game.
12 o'clock.
Come here.
Locked on. Missile shot trashed.
I came in way too hot again.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Man, they are really bad at evading your missiles in this game. It's like they're not even trying.
He's heading this way. Aircraft is damaged. Aircraft is damaged.
Come on.
Use the plane as a beacon. Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Oh, wait, you were that way? Shit. I thought... Never mind. Come here.
Radar lock.
Okay, this guy's trying. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Stick is a little sensitive. Oh, he's dead.
Box 2.
Damn you. Guns it is. Oh, that way.
Facility neutralized. Mission complete.
Alright. If you vote, it doesn't pop up again? I don't think so.
Mobius 1, heavy group, hot. Appears to be 5 targets in the group.
The yellow squad. I got this. I can do this.
Avoid engagements with the enemy.
Nope.
Exit from the combat area.
No, thank you. I would like engagements with the enemy. I live for engagements with the enemy. Thank you. Yup. That was never gonna hit.
Mobius 1, terminate all engagements and withdraw.
No. No. Son of a bitch. This guy. Now this guy can fly.
From the combat area. Cut our losses. Bug out.
Aha! You're screwed now. Ow! Ow! We're fine.
All aircraft, disengage and retrograde.
No. What do you not understand, man? I'm taking at least one of them with me. Jesus, they're fast. You can't kill them at all? Literal infinite HP? You're shitting me.
All aircraft, exit from the combat area.
Alright, fine, I give up then. You guys win. For now. Oy, ouch. Don't do it again. He's gonna do it again.
Got a yellow on my tail.
Ah, please!
The enemy. All aircraft, exit from the combat area.
Okay, I'm out of the warning.
So that's the yellow squad.
We might be fine.
Now I've seen them with my own eyes.
What do I think about War Thunder? Never played. I love how Ace Combat multiple times has made me not want to shoot down the main ace of the game. Found the first one with Yellow 13. I'll let you find the rest. All the ones you carry can't kill them? Jesus Christ. Maintenance crew's gonna be pissed? What, that I brought them a shot up plane because I'm stubborn? Oh Jesus, it's 4 p.m. 12th time on the year. I know the meme about the War Thunder community leaking those documents because it's crazy. I know that meme.
Bandits are down or no factor.
Because it's true.
Aircraft, RTB.
That the War Thunder community genuinely leaks, like, classified shit. And it's really funny. Yeah, classified military documents. It is wild. The way that happens.
The Aether fleet is effectively immobilized and no longer a threat. Unfortunately, our losses were high as well. We now rely on your skills more than ever to compensate for our losses.
Leaking info about the A-10 because you want a little buff. Or just to prove that you're more of a plane nerd than the other guy
freeway under construction
in the
in a
argument.
field outside of town. When they started construction, I remember how the mayor bragged about it, even though it would completely bypass our town.
Because isn't that the
freeway
meme,
became the occupation
generally?
force's makeshift
Oh yeah, I
railway.
didn't even read the full thing, to prove they
And
know more.
unfinished tunnels, their bunkers. This was their base. They were the elite flight squadron chosen to protect the cannon. Ironically, the same cannon that was created to shoot down the asteroids became a catalyst to the war. But when the Allied attacks no longer came, the squadron was assigned long-range missions that took them to distant battlefields.
See you in 20 minutes. We're ending in a minute. Don't worry about it. We'll see you around,
I
Dax.
thought of the words I would use to confront him and bided my time. Although I harbored these feelings within me, I could never get close to him. His wingman was always by his side. Despite having a gentle demeanor, I could tell that the wingman would never allow danger to get near Yellow 13, even on land. The pillar of their group, 13 exuded an air of invincibility. He always chose to fly a 5-plane formation. He was a man who prided himself not on his kill record, but on his record of never losing a squadron member. It's difficult for me to describe just how good Yellow 13's flying was, but I witnessed it once from the ground. The lead plane with the 5-plane formation should have turned the same arc with the same timing as the others. Yet only his plane drew sharp contrails. His heart felt compassion towards the weaker enemies he downed. Someday, if an equal appeared and challenged the limits of his skills in a fight, he would bear no resentment about being shot down. He said this himself. And so as time passed, I found the goodness of a home in their company. Leaving them was no longer an option for me now.
I like this game's story. I know that a lot of people are like, it's not the best story, but like, I like this game's story. There was an implication in the Japanese version that 4 and 13 were love. I feel like that implication is here as well. It's just really subtle here. Like, I got the same impression when I played for the first time, but it's just like, they barely allude to it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, come back another time. We're doing this. Oh, god damn it, it's gonna play the intro scene. No! Stop! We're doing this! Stop that. We're doing, there we are. It won't do it now. We're doing Armored Core 100%. I've been trying to get up to S rank on the new Armored Core ranked PvP as well for AC6. It's been a struggle, but it's been fun. I'm doing a lot right now. What else am I doing? Someone help me out. I'm opening my dashboard. Don't actually answer. We're doing GTA 100%. We're doing all the Devil May Cry S ranks. We're doing a lot right now, so feel free to come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on stream. Helps out a lot with algorithm and stuff, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. If you're looking for links to anything else, Jess just dropped a bunch of links in chat for stuff like outside of YouTube. Discord, Twitter, TikTok. It's in the description too for people on VOD, or that's easier, but she just dropped a bunch of them in the chat. Also, if you're not caught up on the Ace Combat videos, there's a new one soon on Christmas Day. Don't forget it. My gift to the world is a new Ace Combat video this year. So, linked in the pinned message is the playlist for that. If you're not caught up, feel free to go do so. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.